Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in business. We are back in the beyond. Whoa, wait a second. And up close. Hey, we're back. It's been too long, been too many weeks. Boys, how are we doing today?
Great. Like Cole mentioned earlier, we were off camera, off live. It's been snowing around here, so it's been a little chilly. My mom's car has been having some car issues because of the cold, but other than that, man, it's good. Christmas is right around the corner.
Mr. Weber?
Man, it's just great to see both your beautiful faces on my screen right now. I can't imagine a better sight to see for old eyes like mine. But man, yeah, it's great to be here. It's great to see Trent Dagan going crazy in the comments.
Already? Dude,
He
was commenting while we were doing our prep. Like he was like we were just talking, and he was like, he's already here. He's
like a rabid dog.
Started. Whoa! Like, this is great. This is great. I love it. Oh yeah, right, here we go.
Hey, his guy got hired. Lapoy.
That's
Cal.
true. That's
Golden
true.
Bear.
We'll have to talk about that here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But big episode. Got a new guest who's never made an appearance before. He has been a longtime supporter of The Basement and Beyond the Basement. Big time New York sports fan. One of my best friends since freshman year of high school. Known him a long time. His name is SKYE ROSELL. Welcome to the pod, SKYE. Welcome in. How are you doing, buddy?
What's going on?
We're glad to have you. He's up in Seattle, Washington. We're adding another state and city
I can't hear you for some reason, Andrew.
Oh, weird. Can you hear everybody else?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear everybody else.
What? All right.
It's a Xander issue.
Well, I'll see if I can fix it. But Cole, you take it for a second while I look at what's going on here.
Can you hear him now or no?
I can't hear him now.
Nothing from the host. Hey, that's okay. Hey, we pivot, man. We pivot in here. That's just what we do. We're flexible.
No,
but he was about to ask you how everything's going up there in the Puget Sound, Seattle. What's the weather like up there, man?
Yeah, I will say hasn't been the nicest of weather lately. I don't know if you guys have heard on the news with all the flooding and stuff like that. So I don't know. Just look up like Washington floods, and there's some wild stuff that's happened lately. So there's been like flood advisories, like levees have been broken, some highways are bit damaged, so not to be the bearer of bad news here, but
wow. Levees breaking. When the levee breaks, man. Have you heard that song, Led Zeppelin?
I don't think I have.
You got to now that you said that, you got to tune into that thing.
I will take a listen to it after this, but appreciate it. Other than that, everything's good. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, man, it's great to have you. Great to have you. Are you downtown Seattle, or what's the actual city that you live in?
I'm in Everett, which is like 30 minutes north of Seattle. So
okay. Yeah.
Not in downtown like proper, but it's
close enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Seahawks?
Exactly.
Seahawks.
No, I'm, as Xander knows, I am all New York sports, like Giants, Rangers, Yankees, and Knicks. So like I'm all over there. Yeah. Those are the reactions I expected, but yeah.
I mean, for the most part, I don't have any qualms with any of those teams, just besides the Yankees. I mean,
he is from New York. I don't know if he can hear me now, but he is from New York.
I understand that.
Still not catching him?
I still can't hear him.
Weird. I'm gonna leave and come back, but he's a New York sports fan from New York City. Like, I don't know, maybe not the city, but that is where he's from.
Is this something on my end that's wrong?
No, I mean, hey, we can hear you. We can hear him. It's just like me and Ethan are just getting two sides of a conversation.
No, I know.
It's awesome.
This is off to a bad start on my end. I apologize, fellas.
Hello. Better?
There we go. I can hear you now. There we go.
Problems before you even got here, Sky. So there's something going on with me. So you are good.
Bad.
Okay, we're back.
Start this way.
Trent's keeping us afloat. No, you're good. It's not your fault. Pandemonium in the Beyond the Basement today. But yes, Sky. Sorry, I'm glad you can hear me now. New Yorker at heart, from the East Coast. He's not just a Seattleite that chooses to be a New York fan. That might be weird.
Yeah, that would be weird.
That would be very.
We've had a lot of qualms and a lot of joyous moments together in sports. Every year we have a Red Sox-Yankees bet about wins and whoever gets the farthest in the postseason.
Oh, yeah.
I won the regular season bet.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even think about it.
But you beat us in the playoffs. So, like, it kind of evens a little bit. I would have rather the playoff win than the regular season ones, probably.
When did you guys start that bet?
I think like 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was
yeah.
gonna say if we're going back 15 years, like I was gonna say the Red Sox have dominated that over the last 15 or so years, but
yeah,
just
unfortunately.
postseason wise, I mean, but no, the last three, that's actually
Not too
Yankees.
bad.
I mean, the Yankees have had more success the last 3 to 5.
But not head to head, though, I don't think.
Really?
I think the regular season, the Red Sox have really had the Yankees number. I'll be honest, because I feel like I've been owing Xander quite a bit. And I still owe you when I come back down, so I'll make sure to make that up to you when I get back down there in, I don't know, what, a week from today. So, yeah, no, I still owe you for that. But yeah, no, they've had our number. I won't lie about that. I have plenty of things I could say about the Yankees. I can go on rants as Xander knows.
Just don't ever say the word Kevin Knox around Sky. That'll send. That sent him into a downward spiral a few times.
You didn't like the suit, man? The Fortnite suit?
I don't even want to get started with him right now. I mean, it's just the draft choice that made me so mad. And this was a time when the Knicks were really bad.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like I've suffered being a fan of this team. Like the one glimpse of happiness I've had these last couple years has kind of made up somewhat for it. But that draft pick, all of those times have made me really, really mad.
Well, does it help that you guys are finally, after 52 years, you guys are finally champions? You're hanging the banner in the Garden, man, the Mecca of basketball. You could throw that Emirates NBA Cup champions up there. Does that make up for everything?
Not really. I'll be honest with you. I hope they don't hang up that banner first off. I heard reports that they're not. So
yeah, I don't think they are actually.
I don't think they are. I thought it was a league rule that you had to do that initially, from what I was hearing, that you had to hang it up for some reason. And I'm like,
the Lakers did.
The Lakers and Bucks did, so I think like the Knicks had pressure to like, hey, we got to do this too. But apparently, from what I've been hearing, that they're not going to do it.
I wouldn't want to.
I wouldn't want to either. It's also just weird seeing this in the same sentence, Knicks and championship. That's not something you see ever. Like the last time they won a championship was what, 73, and like. What was technology like back then, if non-existent for the most part?
Well, Richard Nixon was president, so that tells you
that explains everything to you. But I mean, no, I guess getting into this topic, it's nice to like win a little something, but it's like obviously I want the championship in June. I mean, I think every Knicks fan could say that. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion, but is it better than what it was 5 years ago? Absolutely. And I'll take it that this team's been, doing well. Now, if we get into like the postseason and, that aspect, I don't know if they're exactly ready to take on the Thunder, as I'm assuming you guys would probably agree with that. I don't think the problem I have with them is defensively. I just don't, they really have to outscore their opponents. The Thunder are a much more sound defensive team. They feed off the turnovers, and then that kind of feeds their offense. So now obviously we're getting ahead of ourselves too much. I just want a good regular season, put ourselves in a good position.
No, I love it. You're thinking big picture. You're thinking.
I said this. I wanted. If the Knicks just win one championship, I'll die happy, man. I've always said that. I just want to see one in my life. The city would absolutely go crazy. Trust me, I will be there for that parade, no doubt about that. But yeah, no, it's like the Knicks have been, during the 2010 mans, it was a struggle for me. It's hard to pay attention to that team because they're so bad. Like I'm talking like guys like Alonzo Trier, Ron Baker.
Hey, I love Alonzo Trier.
I mean, don't get me wrong, he was a good player for some time, and like Lance Thomas.
Hey, the greatest travel in NBA history, Lance Thomas.
That was bad. I remember that. But yeah, no, like those guys, you bring up. And it's just like it's a total 180. Like Jalen has completely turned this franchise around.
Yeah.
Finally, we have competent front office with Leon Rose, so it's been nice to see some stability here, which has not been seen in my lifetime. So it's good to see. The cup is a nice little thing to have, but like I said, I'm assuming for all Knicks fans, this isn't like exactly what they want, but you can at least see that they can win some important games with this nucleus of a team. So Yeah, I guess that's kind of what I think of it so far. And I'm assuming most people would agree with that, but
Yeah.
there are definitely things that need to be fixed. Be curious to see how this whole Giannis situation happens. I don't know if he's going to go to San Antonio, whatever team. I mean, we can get into that at some point too, which would be an interesting topic of
Yeah.
conversation for sure. But that'll be something that I feel like that will be watched once he recovers from his calf injury.
Yeah, to be
Yeah, we
honest
should
with you,
definitely touch on that later. No, sorry, I disappeared for a second.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should touch on it in a second. I do want to see what everyone thinks about the NBA Cup, but you have your point real quick, Cole, before I kind of move us to.
No. We're good with that. We
Okay.
could talk. I was just a Giannis thought.
Okay, I put a note on our doc so we can go back to it. So I'll just the first time I've done that. Look at me trying to be organized. I think one positive about the Cup, the money that the end of the bench guys get, which I think is pretty cool.
That's the best part.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's
those guys get hyped. Like you could see it. You saw it on their faces last. Like they were juiced for that.
Yeah.
Tyler Kolek, man.
Yeah, get his dad a car. Just want to point that out there.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
wow.
Yeah, and like I want the Cup to matter. Like I want it to matter. I genuinely think it's one of Silver's better ideas. I just think it doesn't. I think the common fan doesn't understand it enough yet. Like I don't even think we could explain the group games very well to like a regular person. But I think it can matter. Soccer does it a lot.
yeah.
There's mid-season tournaments everywhere, and they're all prestigious. I think they just got to find a way to do it correctly.
Mhm.
And I think they need to change out of group games. And I know this would have, like, me and Sky were talking about this. I sent him this Reddit message the other day about adding 2 teams and making it a 32-team league, and changing the NBA Cup to a March Madness style bracket instead, so that the average fan can comprehend like what's going on. Game stakes are a little bit higher, and then you still leave the money reward at the end for those same players, so they're still playing for it. And now just like the fan like gets it. It's not just like, oh, the court looks cool, it must be a Cup game today. Like they like trying to help them like kind of gauge the interest, and it helps mid-season tournaments. We're talking about a game in December, like we're talking about a basketball game that happens in December. Like 3-4 years ago, like we wouldn't happen.
The only problem with which I like the March Madness idea. The only problem is these games count as regular season games too, like regular season wins for the standings. So if you do a March Madness, somebody gets eliminated out of the first round. It's a scheduling nightmare because the team who wins is going to go through.
Yeah,
probably have to win 5 games. So they're playing 5 games versus a team who plays 1. And you just have no idea how to schedule around that because you don't know who's going to win. So
true, but that does happen in the Cup now because if you don't win enough group games, you don't get into the last few. Which
right,
I know
but then there's only
arranged minimal games to change, not 32 teams worth.
You have to win 3. It's because what is it? How many teams get in? 16? Is it 16? No, it's 8, right? 8 teams get into the.
Is it? See,
I think it's 8.
It's 8.
I think it's
yeah.
Because wait.
Yeah, it is 8. It is 8 because you get the 3. Yeah. You get the 3 division champions and then one wild card from both sides.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I think they could make it work. I think they could figure it out. You just gotta try. I mean, they tried the NBA Cup. They got a lot of backlash at first, and now
people hated it at first.
Oh yeah, like big time.
I think just people just hate change in general. Like,
yeah.
And personally, I'll be the first to admit it. I wasn't the biggest like fan of it. I guess in the beginning, I don't think many people were.
No, me neither.
But I paid attention to it obviously. So I guess there's one person that paid attention to it, if anything. But I think it's an interesting topic, and I think as time goes on, people will start to like it. Maybe like Xander, like you said, maybe there might be some formatting changes that might need to happen. Make it more interesting. But yeah, no, I think it's definitely interesting. It's kind of reminds me of the NHL, maybe 4 seasons, in the beginning, like in the middle of the year. That was a really good, my opinion, a good resounding success. I was paying attention to it. So, I'm sure there's ways that you can, flip it around and add to it, but I don't think that, it's a bad idea to implement something like this.
I think the 500,000, because the main problem was how do we get the players to care about these games? And I think they have done that. Like the few games that we've watched just this week, like these guys care. They wanted to win these games. They were highly competitive games, great watches. And I think the 500,000 for these end of the bench dudes, like the stars want to get that money for their guys. They want to get it for their teammates. And I think that was a good move by the league just to get these guys involved. The problem is, like, we're not going to remember NBA Cup champion. Like, the Lakers and the Bucks won the last two first round exits both of those years. Like, in the end, it doesn't really, like, the Bucks beat the Thunder last year in the NBA Cup championship. I think the Thunder are going to take that NBA championship over the Cup any day of the week, maybe 14 times on Sunday. So that's the biggest issue. Like, are people going to care that the Knicks won the 2025 NBA Cup championship? That's the real question.
That's fair. Just got to figure it out. Baby steps. I mean, they've made people care about the NBA Cup more than the All-Star game, and it took them way quicker to do that than
easily.
True.
And like, obviously, again, they're planning for more. Maybe you put incentive on the All-Star game where you win and you bring money back to your teammate. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, man. They change it every year because they, at least again, they're trying. They change it every year because they're trying to figure it out. But
the problem with the All-Star game, it's the same as the Cup. Like, the players don't care at all about the All-Star game. They don't care at all. So why do we want to watch players go out there and mess around? I don't want it. It's not a good product. So that's, you could do whatever you want. And maybe this is the year that maybe now there's going to be a little pride. Oh, world versus America. Maybe that gets guys to step up. I don't think it will, just because it's the All-Star game. They just want to have fun. It's their break. We're taking this break away from these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. That's a bigger issue than the Cup, I think.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Thoughts on a one-on-one tournament?
I was just thinking about that.
That'd be fire.
Who's winning? Who's winning?
Oh, whoa.
Kyrie.
Well, okay. Without he's got the torn ACL. Without Kyrie in it.
You know what? This might be I've been watching the Pistons a lot lately. I've been watching Cade. I've been watching Cade play, and the way he's been playing. All right, give me Cade.
You think Cade, huh? You think Cade's gonna get a stop on Wemby?
Yep. Hey, room. Wemby is nuts too, though, but he's coming back from an injury as well.
It's true. That's true. It's really interesting because you could say Kyrie, but I don't know if Kyrie's getting a stop on any of these guys. Yeah, you got to get one stop. Like, KD would have been the pick probably, like, let's say 5-6 years ago. But it's an interesting question, man. I mean, is Jake LaRavia going to win the one-on-one tournament? We don't know. Is Tyler Kolek taken? I mean, I don't know. They always said Michael Beasley.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love just like to bring those guys back for a tournament. Like, you have like a Legends like portion, like a Young Bucks
Michael
portion,
Beasley
like,
in the Legends portion.
Dude, you like put Lance Stevenson in there, get Jamal Crawford over there. Oh, come on. It would be fun. And like, again, you'd probably have to put a cash prize on it to make them care. Definitely. But like, you know how fun it would be to watch like some of these end of the bench like hoopers come in and play. Like, I know Cam Thomas is an end of the bench hooper, but you want to get him in his element? You check up top, baby. Let's play some ones.
That's the essence of basketball to Cam Thomas, is the one-on-one game. Like, he'll be frothing at the mouth for that.
Oh my goodness, it'd just be so fun. Like, and they get to just get so deep in the bag you wouldn't see in a 5-on-5 NBA game. Like, they'd be pulling out some crazy stuff.
We'd have to put a dribble limit. It'd have to be like 4 dribbles.
Yeah, fair.
Joker.
We got Wemby or Joker in the chat. Joker's gonna have a hard time defending guys like Cade, man. Like the guards.
Yeah, but I don't know if anybody could get a stop on him.
I'd go Joker.
If he gets the ball first.
Yeah, true. I think Giannis and Wemby are like the picks. Like,
Giannis.
If you're going like full speed, like everyone's trying super hard, it's probably those guys.
Yeah.
But
let's
see what they change, man. Let's see what they change. Well, since we're talking about Wemby again, we have the note. What do we think? Who wants to take the Giannis saga stuff coming up? Who wants? I know, SKYE, you've probably seen that he wanted to be a Knick, apparently. That was like the one destination he's talked about. That's probably hurtful and lovey to hear as a Knick fan, since he's not there yet. I don't know what Cole and Ethan have been reading or what they think about what he should do or what you would do if you're the Bucks as well, because the Bucks are in an interesting spot right now as a franchise. But whoever wants to take it, I'm very curious.
After you, Sky.
All right. Okay. I guess here are my initial thoughts on it. I'm obviously very up to date with like New York sports media and stuff. So you hear something new every day. One concern that I have is that what are you going to have to give away for him? It's not like a free agent signing where he comes in, you don't have to get anything. I get worried if the Knicks do trade for Giannis, a lot of that depth will be gone because that's just the reality of it. Well, you have to give up, OG Anunoby, maybe a Josh Hart, and that obviously, Karl Anthony Towns because of the cap situation. So there's going to be a lot of players that will have to go in this trade, and probably some picks too, which they don't have all that much leverage. So those picks will be down the line, but that's not really a huge concern. So that's one part that I get a bit concerned when it comes to that trade, because the problem with the Knicks last year is that they had no depth in the playoffs.
Yep.
They were gassed. Indiana was 1 through 10, and the Knicks were more like 1 through 5 or 1 through 6.
Well, no thanks to Tibbs. He didn't play those guys anyway.
That's very, very true. He did not play those guys, and at least Brown is showing that he trusts these guys a little bit more.
Yeah.
But regardless, the fact they were gassed by Game 4 of the conference finals last year. And I said from the beginning, it's not we need this big, acquisition. We need depth pieces because they need to take some of those minutes from those other, like Brunson and those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one thing I get worried about when Giannis comes here, is going to get rid of all that depth. Now, if he comes, great, because that's another star player that we have. It'll just be interesting how he gets implemented into that lineup because, you're so used to one way, and then, you get a player like that, it's going to drastically change everything. So I'm curious, are they going to be able to mesh in time for the playoffs? And, are they going to be able to work together? So that's kind of my take on it. It's very, like Xander, you said, it's very like happy, but also kind of, you get concerned about these types of things. Now, I'm not sure if he's the best fit in New York. I would really think that San Antonio would be a better fit for him. Just imagine Wemby and Giannis together would just be an unbelievable duo, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like nothing that we've really seen. I mean, I can't think off the top of my head right now, but at least in the modern day, you don't see, you're more used to like guards and, LeBron's, well, actually he's not a guard. But like Curry, Curry and Clay are the two guys that I think of are that like have like changed the game in the past 10 years. Cause that team has been, is going to go down in history for sure. But it's not like we've seen like these two guards in a long, two like big men.
Yeah. Twin Towers.
A long time. Yeah, exactly. So
like the last one was like Boogie and AD in New Orleans. Like that was the last hype, like that last hyped one where people were like, oh, this should be kind of crazy actually.
Exactly.
He goes down, like whatever.
Because like I can't really think of, like two big men playing, side by side with each other. So I think that
even Adams and Alperen Şengün, man, right now.
You ever see Duop Reith and Time Lord on the court together? Beautiful
Great Duop Reith.
Donovan Clingan and Duop Reith, dude, he went crazy when we beat the Thunder, bro. He had some anyway. I love Duop Reith anyway. But yeah, I agree, Sky. I think San Antonio is great. What would you be willing if you are Rose and you get the call from the Bucks and they're like, we're ready to do this? What would you be willing to give up and be happy? And then what would like cross the line a little bit, but you're like, fine, I'd be willing to lose him.
Ooh, I would say. I would say cap definitely has to go because the cap, it has to be kind of salary per salary, and those are the only two that
I think they're the same.
They are the
exactly
same. That's
the thing.
Right?
They
are the same. But obviously the Bucks are going to want more than that. That's just they're not going to trade that player for player. I'm assuming they're going to have to give away some picks, but we gave a lot of those picks away.
I just don't know what picks you got.
That's what
I'm checking right now. I'm going to see what.
I think we gave all those away for Mikal Bridges, so I don't know how many draft picks we have at this point. To be honest, I don't know if this deal is even possible.
That's what I was going to say.
To be honest with you,
you do own your 2026 pick. Actually, you have your own pick for this coming draft.
And it's not going to be a very good one unless something wild happens too.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then you have 2028 your own, but it's like got like a bunch of conveyings to another team.
Yeah.
You have your own 2030, 32. Those are two I think you could send out, but it's pretty far down the line.
That's very far down the line. I don't know if they would agree to that.
No.
And then you do have the 2026 Washington pick, but it's protected 1 through 8. So like it's probably going to Washington.
That's probably going to Washington, yeah. So you don't really have much to work with, to be honest with you. So you probably have to give up Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, who
Because
are
think
your young guys that they'd even be interested?
Tyler Kolek's the best young
Tyler
guy.
Kolek is the one that comes to mind. I mean, I know it's recency bias, but Tyler Kolek comes to mind.
The Bucks don't want Tyler Kolek. No offense to him. Nice bench piece, but that's not the crown jewel of a Giannis trade.
No, there's
It would
not
probably
really.
have to be a 3-teamer.
It
And you know
definitely
the
would.
team that you'd probably want to pull in?
Well, and that kind of goes back to my San Antonio. That's what kind of goes back to my San Antonio thing is that they have young players to like Stephon Cass. I know it'd be tough to give up away, but they have Castle, they have Vassell, they have Champagny. Those are all like
Harper.
really
You got Harper that could
Dylan
fill
Harper
in
as well.
for Castle. Like it's a very interesting spot there.
Exactly. And that's why I think that the Knicks, it doesn't honestly make a whole lot of sense. I know there's been a lot of buzz around it, but San Antonio would be much more fitting in my opinion. And this is just being as brutally honest as I can, but yeah, I think it would be a tough trade to pull off. And like I said, I think a third team would have to come into this.
You know what? Third team, I think, would be perfect to come into it.
Oh, boy.
Sacramento Kings.
Do you know why, though? Do you know why I think the Blazers would be the team to do it? Is we have all of their picks.
I know, but what do you get out of it?
That's what I'd want to know. Like who? Like yeah. I don't know. Like
you get OG, and what puts instead? You over the top? Like
exactly. I don't know. Like there, I don't know. I guess I didn't think that far. But like, you need a team to have like something for the Bucks to come in, and like you would have to cough something up to them though, for them to go. Unless if they want to trade like Kuzma, you're not going to get a lot for Kuzma from another team. You probably want to keep Kevin Porter Jr. if you're the Bucks to have some sort of young, like just some young player on your team. But like
Ryan Rollins, I like Ryan Rollins.
He's been good, man. He's been good.
Yeah. I like him a lot more than Kevin Porter Jr. No offense. I used to love Kevin Porter, and then it's been like 4 years. So I think that ship has sailed.
Well,
Sneaky team, real quick.
Go.
The Atlanta Hawks
have
Milwaukee Bucks picks. I think they might have their pick this year, possibly.
I didn't know that. That's
a
choice
team.
Than the Blazers, honestly, because of what they have.
Yeah, that's a team that, and they're competitive. They've got pieces. Jalen Johnson's been phenomenal.
Jalen Johnson's really good.
He's really good.
Dude, every day my brother's like triple double. Jalen Johnson.
Yep, four games in a row. I think he's the youngest or the third player under 25 to have 4 straight triple doubles. Magic and Oscar Robertson are the other two. So that's pretty good company.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'll just throw that one out there. I don't think the Bucks do it. See, KPJ, Porter knows. The lefty. He was a 2K monster. Him and Alonzo Trier. Man, I'd build a backcourt with those two.
Alonzo Trier, wow.
Yeah, come on.
Hooper, pure Hooper.
I don't think just what we're talking about, like the teams who want Giannis, I don't think they have enough to give for him. I don't think the Spurs do it right now. I think they saw that they just beat Oklahoma City in a competitive game where Oklahoma City was trying, and they're like, you know what? Why do we want to mess this up with Wemby, with De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, who's still not the peak of his powers? He's been great, better probably than they thought he could be, and he's still not even there yet. And then Dylan Harper might be goodbye, Ethan. Like that guy could be. I don't know. I think they want to pump the brakes, see what they have first, because I think you're going to be able to get them next summer.
That's fair.
Oh.
Well, to pivot, I don't know if his Wi-Fi cut out. To bring the Blazers back into it one more time, and then I want to put you in a new GM spot, Cole. I'm going to put you. But as the Blazers, I know we talked about the 3-team trade not making sense, but if they wanted to go and get a Giannis with those picks, we got both of his point guards at the same time right now that he played with.
Yeah.
It would be very interesting. There'd just be a lot of players, again, I wouldn't want to give up that are young because, like, we're such at a weird timetable. Like, bringing Dame back really is, like, kind of confused, like, kind of where, like, I'm wondering where we're trying to get to, like, how fast. But I think the biggest problem for me is that I just don't know what kind of player Scoot is yet to be willing to move him for somebody. Like, if the Bucks were like, we want our picks and Scoot.
Hell, I would do that in a heartbeat.
What?
As the Blazers. In a heartbeat.
But they're probably going to ask for like Klingon, and they're going to ask for other guys.
You don't have enough. You would need 10 more. Like, they're not doing it for Scoot and the picks. They're doing it for it would be Scoot,
Shaden, like
Scoot, Shaden,
Tumani.
The picks, probably Tumani, and and then you'd have to make the salary work, which those
But then
guys.
you would keep Denny. You would keep.
No, they would ask for Denny. They would ask for Denny. Denny would be gone.
I would love to.
I think they would too.
Somehow
Yeah.
keeping Denny would be perfect. Denny, Dame, Giannis.
Denny's awesome.
He's so good.
But they would like. This is Giannis. This is a top 4 player.
I know. I'm delusional.
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
Am I crazy for saying this? But I feel like the Bucks probably need to do it sooner rather than later, because if he's going to be a free agent not this year but next year, right? If I'm correct. Or does he have 2 more years?
I think he's got 2 more.
Is it 2? Okay.
I think he signed. Because we did this whole thing like a year or 2 years ago, and then he signed the deal.
He has a player option in the 27-28 season. So after next year,
So 2 years.
then he has a player option. So he plays this year, he'll play next year. Then he has an option, which he'll decline.
Assuming he opts out is what I'm saying. I feel like
$62.8 million. Sorry, that's
a lot. That's a lot. But I feel like you probably want to do it quicker because you're going to get so much more for him now. If you do it as a rental, you're not going to get nearly as much. And you don't want to be, sorry to pivot to baseball real quick, but the Angels got nothing for Shohei Ohtani, right?
Yeah, that was the stupidest thing.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen happen. You want to get as much, because they're going to, obviously, if they, get rid of Giannis, they're going to rebuild. You want to get as much assets for that rebuild as possible. You don't want to do it as a rental. So if I'm the Bucks, I'm trying to do it either now in this trade deadline or at the very latest, the summer free agency period.
Well, that's perfect
That's
pivot, because I was going to put you in the GM spot. You're the GM of the Milwaukee Bucks. What are you trying to get, and what are you willing to settle on? Because the leverage also really isn't on your side of the court either, knowing he kind of wants to get out, and this is the year to do it.
Okay, here's my counter to just the do it sooner rather than later. The only problem with that is the Bucks don't have any picks this year. So if you blow it up, if you get rid of Giannis, like they're already, without him playing, they're horrible. They are horrible. So why be horrible this year for nothing, essentially? Keep him as long, because what you said, 27-28 is the player option?
Yeah.
So you have all of next year, and people are still going to trade for him. I like the next summer trade for Giannis. Open it up. Let's have a sweepstakes. Offer, everything's on the table. There'll be more flexibility for everybody. I mean, I think the ideal haul, if I was the GM for Milwaukee, like what I want is I need to get one of my picks back just so I can control the tanking and the building and that. Just I know what that pick's going to be. But I think the Spurs getting two of those 3 guards and then a bunch, because they've got picks galore, maybe Devin Vassell. I think that would be the most ideal thing. The other one is the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
They say they flame out in the postseason this year. These guys just don't gel. The getting 10 times more offensive rebounds than the other team every game doesn't work out in the postseason. I think getting like what that offer could be, say Amen Thompson has a horrible playoffs. Like, could you get Amen Thompson? Or if you don't want him, then Şengün. I feel like in that trade, you're getting one of those guys. And both those dudes I'd love to have one of those guys on my team, right? So I think waiting till, playing this year out, because the East sucks. Still sucks. You still have Giannis. Like, yeah, they're not going to win, but just see. Maybe there's a couple injuries. Maybe Giannis gets healthy. There's a couple injuries. Just see how far you can go. You don't have a pick anyway this year. And then open it up in the summer of 26. That's what I would do.
Yeah, the next pick that they own is 2031. They'll have one in 20.
Christ.
They'll have. God. I know. They'll have one in 2030, but it's the swap with Portland, so we get the better one. 2026. This has less favorable of Milwaukee Pelicans, other to Atlanta. I'm not sure.
Wait. Say that one again.
2026, less favorable of Milwaukee in New Orleans than other to Atlanta. So
that's the one with. So that's the Derek Queen trade.
Yeah.
So Atlanta's basically going to get
the best pick.
Pelicans, and then I think does Milwaukee get the next? I think Milwaukee gets the next best one of that.
Yeah. So they will have some sort of pick this year.
Yeah, but it's gonna be
but like it's not gonna be a good one. It's not gonna be the Pelicans' top 10 pick they gave away for free. And
Derek Queen's good. Derek Queen is good.
He is good. I love Derek Queen. I almost wanted to pick him in the one-on-one tournament too. I love him. I love watching him hoop, man. That floater in March Madness is what sealed the deal for me. I was like, this guy's a baller.
He's good, and I feel bad for him because it's going to hang over his head. But man, that's such a bad trade.
Put a protection on it, bro. Like even just
put a
top
protection
5.
on it.
Like
yes,
just top 5.
This draft coming up is one of the best drafts we've seen in the last 20 years. Like, wouldn't you want? It's infuriating. Like,
see, and that's leverage for the Hawks too, right? Now they use that
exactly.
For, like,
yeah, you want this thing? You want this thing? We want Giannis. You want this? Like, that's a big chip. That's just why
whatever
just
player
throw them
they
out
take.
there.
Here's something else that I had too. Now that I think about it, what do they do with Trae Young? Because I'm not sure where he fits in this team. Like, would you trade him for even more assets? Because I feel like with, like you said, Jalen Johnson, I'll even put Nickeil Alexander-Walker on there. He's been quite a nice addition for them.
Yeah.
I don't know if Trae Young exactly fits there. I don't know. I'm just kind of, kind of putting out some hypotheticals here, but I don't know if exactly he fits with this team. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I don't know if he fits with this team exactly. So be curious to see, how they kind of, how they go about it. I don't know
that's big to say from a Knicks fan saying he's a good player. But Cole, you take this.
Yeah.
I know
I'm not hating on him.
I know you got to have some deep down hate for when he was doing his stuff in
Ice Trae, man. Ice Trae.
There's a reason why there's a reason why they say blank Trae Young outside of Madison Square Garden, even when we're not playing them. So
we did agree on one thing though: villains and heels in sports are necessary. They're good to have sometimes.
He is such a punching bag. Like, I'll see some friends from New York that will just like say like that something in their life could go terribly wrong. They'll just say, "I blame Trae Young." Like, has nothing to do with him whatsoever. It's like, I blame Trae Young. So I'm not saying he's not a good player, and this is kind of from a basketball analytical stance, but I personally don't know if he entirely fits with them because he's a bit of an older. I don't want to say older, but like he's an older guy compared to what they have now. I feel like with like Jalen Johnson and stuff like that.
How old is he?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Maybe
2019 draft, right?
Yeah.
Luka.
Is he 25 years of age? 26?
Okay, if he's that young, then I take it back. He's
I think 26.
It's still a good question though.
No. It's a great question. Oh, welcome back, Uncle E.
He's 27.
Okay, 27. So, but prime, like he's
still in
entering his prime. Yeah. I think
Cole?
With Trae, I still because he's barely played with this team this year.
Yeah.
I still want to see a little bit more, just see if he can buy in. Because he's a fantastic passer. I mean, I think he's probably a top 5 passer just in the NBA right now.
He doesn't get enough credit for it too. He's claimed to be a turnover monster, and it's like because he passes a ton. How do you get 11 assists with the roster he's had for a couple
people
years?
Think of him, especially coming out, they think of him as like, oh, the next Steph Curry. Like that's not his game at all. He takes those deep threes, but he's a passer, and he's a really good passer. And I just think that ball movement with this team would be great. He's just got to buy in defensively. He's always going to be a poor defender.
Yep.
Can you be just a tiny bit better? Can you give me some effort? Can you get steals? Can you don't be a traffic cone out there? But the real question is, I think they would, because he's up for an extension, and they don't want to give him, it's going to be a big one. It's the max. Yeah. And they don't want to give him that because he might not even fit with this group. So the question is, who are you moving him to? Who wants Trae Young? I think, and I'll open that one up to the group. Where does Trae Young make sense? Because he's a polarizing guy. Like the offense turns into Trae Young.
Yeah,
I have one in my head. I have one team in my head.
Here's, I guess, one question that I'd bring up. Do you think he's a number 1 option on a championship team?
No.
Okay. So you probably would have to pair him up with a established like number 1, and he would be like a 2 option. That would be that's just what I'm saying, that, and I'm trying to figure what team might be possible for that.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull up just a list of teams so we can just kind of go team for team. That took me too long than it should have. Right? We look at the East, look at some East teams that might be interested. SKYE, continue, sorry.
Cross them off when you see them. Just cross them off, because the Pistons aren't trading for Trae Young.
Pistons doesn't make any sense. The Knicks are not going to trade for him. The I don't see
the Raptors aren't either. They like the team they have right now.
Boston,
the Celtics are not. Honestly, we've been talking about the Magic because that's kind of the guy that they've needed. But I don't know. I don't know if he fits.
I don't know how many picks they have because they just traded for Desmond Bane for 4.
True.
So that might be kind of tough.
They went out and got him. Yeah.
Sixers, I just don't see that happening.
No, Tyrese Maxey, like you have him already. He's better.
Cavs don't really make a whole lot of sense. The Heat, nah.
Nope.
Now, all right, this is kind of counterintuitive of what we but if you wanted to do something, you pair him up with Giannis and go the exact opposite of what we talked about these last, 20 minutes. I'm not saying that they're going to do that, but it's just an interesting.
It might be their only saving grace to keep him.
You know what? You might be right. I don't see it happening.
How?
But
yeah, who are you giving up to get Trae Young then? You don't have any picks.
You don't have any picks, so I don't know if that.
Here's Ryan Rollins.
I'm just saying, just fit wise, but
yeah, no, fit wise it would be fun. I just don't think there's any feasible way that it happens. Think about this one now. What about Trae Young in the Giannis deal? Giannis goes to Atlanta. Trae Young, the Bucks pick, that Pelicans pick, all go back to Milwaukee.
Ooh.
You have Trae Young, at least you're fun, right? He's a fun basketball player. They move the rock. He'll average 30 and 13.
He'll buy his jersey.
You don't, like you could still be
shouldn't
bad.
Matter, but Matt,
no, it is. It does matter.
Like front office,
100% matters. In Milwaukee, that matters. Like,
you might be onto something here.
Yeah, I mean that's an option, right? That's an option. I still don't think the Bucks. I mean, those two picks have to be. They want those things, so they would just have to make the salaries match up. But just keep that in mind. I don't know who the GM of the Bucks is right now, but
that's interesting.
Keep that in mind.
Because how else would we're going to go to look at the West here and some other teams, but it's just an interesting thing for the Hawks to do because he fits their defensive identity. Like he passes the ball pretty good. Won't be shooting as much as Trae Young, obviously.
Oh, you're talking about Giannis. I was like,
sorry.
I was like, Trae Young fits whose defense?
Flip that. It's just, it's how old's Giannis? I know we just talked about Trae.
31, I believe. 31.
So you would be shifting to more win now with Giannis on this team, probably than Trae Young. So I guess my question to you, and I know we got to get Ethan in here since he disappeared for a little bit. Would you rather trade Trae Young for a Giannis guy, or would you rather trade Trae Young for picks and some young guys to keep doing what you're doing?
Giannis. Now somebody else take it.
I guess it really. Oh man, that's tough.
I want Giannis
because Giannis is a generational player. We're not discounting that. Yeah. But the other thing is if you want to completely reset, give me the picks. It just really depends on what I guess the interest of my team, the direction I go. That's really what it would come down to. Now, if it were for me, and if I'm the Hawks,
you're the 8th seed without Trae Young playing a lot already.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I think with that young core and Giannis kind of like leading that way, that could be a really fun team to watch. I kind of have to agree with that. That would be very, very intriguing, and a team that probably I wouldn't want to face if I'm in the East. Now there's not that many teams in the East, so it's kind of, I don't want to say wide open just because my team's there. I'm just kidding.
It's a weak East though. It's a weak East.
But like,
it's top heavy. They're top heavy.
If I'm really speaking like, if I were an analyst, it would be very interesting, and I think it would be something to, I think NBA fans would definitely take note of for sure.
Yeah, they've got Porzingis out there too. Just think about.
I keep forgetting that he's there.
Yeah,
he's sick. He's sick right now.
They actually came out and said what his sickness was finally.
It's that same. Well, it's something that no one's ever had.
Yeah, like that's.
Remember that?
Yeah, and they finally said what it was, and I was like, yeah, I don't know what this is. Makes sense. They didn't say anything.
It's going to be named the Porzingis disease in a couple of years.
The Tingus Pingus. I got Tingus Pingus.
Yes. Thanks for bringing that, Sandy.
Another Nick legend.
I was Ethan, so mad that day.
The Tingus Pingus day. Oh, I remember like that day for you. I feel like
I was so mad.
Stephen A. Smith was too.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray. I remember that whole thing, that whole speech for the most part. I just remember, oh, I was so mad. I wanted to punch my TV. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fair. It's a very valid moment in NBA history. It's very, I mean, the Kevin Knox Fortnite shirt, the Tingus Pingus, like there's some good, some Emmanuel Mudiay, some Frank Ntilikina.
Frank Ntilikina.
Cleanthony Early. I want to bring that name up too. That's an old throwback.
Oh, Cleanthony Early. Wow.
Some banger. So, I mean, the best game in the world, me and Sky played all the time. I got a player, and then we just try to guess, and we'll just sit there for hours, just yes or no questions. Just who is this guy?
It would be always the most obscure players too, that like most people don't even know of.
I believe that is Eddie Sky, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is that right?
I believe so. What is that? What is ojos in Spanish? Is that
eyes?
Yeah, that's his. Yeah. So you can put the rest together, but that's his gamer tag, so that's why I knew it was him. But Stephen A. Smith, Sky, thanks for being here, Eddie.
Tingus was the right pick. That's true.
In hindsight, yes, it was. I will agree. But at the time,
he's better than Stanley Johnson.
Oh my God. We've drafted some bad players, man. Oh, my Lord.
He was not one of them. He was a good player.
Ethan, are you pulling the trigger if you're Atlanta for Giannis, or are you going the youth movement before we go to the next team?
I'd probably agree. Pull the trigger. Like you said earlier, they're at 8 with Trey. And just what I think he'd bring a great leadership to that team and a kind of an extra physicality that could elevate them to start moving up in the right direction.
I 100% agree. Now, what about these bottom feeders down here? Any of these guys think they should make a swing for them? Like, why would it make sense? But like, they would have the stuff to do it. Is there a team down here that, I mean, the Pacers are interesting?
Well, the only team that I would say would be the Nets, just because they've got
5 rookies.
That's the only problem is every rookie they drafted was a point guard or a guy who handles the ball.
And one of them 7 feet tall that does that shoots and handles the ball.
It's organizational malpractice. That's what it is.
Dude, trade 2 of those picks in the draft and go get 3 for next year.
I don't know. They just need the Barclays Center. I keep hearing it. They're they're the 3rd most popular team in New York. People go to the Barclays Center to watch the Liberty play. I'd rather watch the Liberty play.
That's crazy.
I can speak from experience here. I don't know if I know a single Nets fan. To be completely honest with you, they will always be the little brother of New York City. Always.
Not even a brother, man. It's the 3rd cousin.
I mean, in all honesty, and I know Zach Lowe said this on his podcast the other day. He said the ratio from Knicks fans to Nets fans is 50-1. It's that drastic. If you see the Knicks games at the Barclays Center when they play the Nets, it is majority New York Knicks fans. I'm just saying, I don't know many Nets fans, to be completely honest with you. Now, I know a ton of Knicks fans. So I don't know. Honestly, they should move because it's not working there.
Well, they came from New Jersey. They were in New Jersey. So if any fans that they have are probably down there. And yeah, I don't know. It's a great. Have you been to Barclays?
I have actually.
No. You have.
I've been around it before. I haven't watched a game there specifically.
It's a cool arena. I was there just one time.
Yeah,
it's a cool arena. Actually, my parents the place I first lived was not too far from there actually. So it's a cool arena, but it's just they don't have any fans there. I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that, but it's hard to draw because the Knicks have been there for so long and the Nets just keep moving around. I would honestly, I'd consider moving because it's obviously not. You don't want a fan base that is non-existent compared to another team. It's kind of like the Clippers and the Lakers for them.
Yeah, but at least I think there's a little more.
There's definitely more Clippers fans for sure. But I would say, can you guys tell me the last time you've met a Nets fan before?
Never.
Yeah,
never.
So
literally haven't.
So I don't know. I know.
And you're from you've been over, you've lived there for some time. You don't even know.
Everyone's a Knicks fan. Everyone's a Knicks fan there. It's a Knicks town. Have you seen the streets when the Knicks they beat Trae Young that one game? I mean, it was
yeah.
It was God. Imagine if they win the title.
Oh,
that place is gonna
man.
burn down.
I might
But-
fly out there with you, Sky.
Oh, we can party together, brother.
That'd be fire. That'd be well. It's on this topic of Big Brother, Little Brother, New York sports teams.
Yeah.
Are the Mets like that? Or like the Islanders to
No.
Rangers like that?
No,
like,
Mets
or is
have-
it like
Mets
they
have
a
a-
No,
big-
Mets have
that's
fans.
what I
Mets have
figured.
fans.
That's what
Mets
I
have
figured.
fans for sure. I know quite a few Mets fans out there. I would say Mets, Yankees is I don't want to say it's even, but it's pretty close to even for the most part. Islanders, Rangers, Devils is actually kind of I would say mostly Ranger fans, but there are definitely a lot of Devil fans and a lot of Islander fans that I know. And football,
Yeah,
kinda
Jets,
split down the
Giants.
middle. Jets, Giants is split down the middle for sure.
Well, isn't Giants a little more New Jersey just because, or would you say it's pretty split?
I would say overall, if you think about that area, it's pretty much split.
Okay.
I would say for the most part, maybe a tad more Giants fans, but I wouldn't say by much. The only drastic difference is the Knicks and Nets. That is very,
100%,
very,
yeah.
very seen. But everything else is more evenly split. That they have every right to be there, and I shouldn't say right to be there, but like
Right.
it makes sense to be there.
Yeah.
Is
but-
there like an unspoken, and there's also a good question in the chat that we got to get back to, but is there an unspoken, like you have to be Yankees, Giants, Knicks, and then you need to be Mets, Nets, or Mets, Nets, what am I missing? Jets? No, I'm missing one.
Jets. I think it's what I've heard is Mets, Jets. I mean, actually, I just hear it's a split. I feel like
I mean, you get your own show, like whatever you want. But
Yeah,
I
I
don't know if
mean-
there's like something in like the New York culture that you would know. We
There-
wouldn't know.
I will say there's definitely a pattern. 100% you guys
Okay.
are correct.
Tell
There's
us.
definitely a pattern. I would say if you're a Knicks fan I'm going to put the Knicks aside for a second because every one of those teams, when they're
Yeah.
split in two, are usually Knicks fans in the first place. But I will say if you're a Yankees fan, you're more than likely a Rangers fan and you're more than likely a Giants fan.
okay.
If you're a
That's-
Jets fan, you're usually a Mets fan. It's just I kind of see those two together. Islanders, sometimes it can be a mix of Rangers, but I always notice that Mets and Jets are kind of paired together. Yankees and Giants are usually paired together. I've
Okay.
noticed that.
That makes sense because I asked because my two New York guys I talked to are you, and then my cousin married a Jets Mets fan from New Jersey, and so
Oh.
I had both, and I was curious. And the one time I went to MetLife, it was fun. It was a fun game. Watch the Pats beat up on the Jets on Halloween Day. It was
Always.
always. But okay, I was curious. See, this is why we bring different people on the pod, Sky. We got to get this insider knowledge. Love
This is
New York.
fun.
Hearing about the New York sports. Okay, but to go back, you said that the Nets need to move. Here's the question that is brought to the table. There's another team on the other side of the conference that we'll talk about when we flip over that is potentially getting moved. I don't know if Nets make sense to go all the way to Seattle. Like that'd be really odd. Obviously,
I don't think they're moving. You don't move out of New York. You just
I don't think they'll move out. I'm just saying
No.
if
Move
they
back to
want some
Jersey?
sort of, I can understand that more, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know where they would move necessarily. Like obviously that's another topic for debate, but they just don't have that many fans in Brooklyn because they're
Right.
all for the most part Knicks fans already. So
That's fair. Oh, and the guy I was referencing, Jeff, he's also a Knicks fan while being the Mets Jets. So that was like my connection because you're Knicks, but Giants, Yankees. So I think that is well, sweet. Well, we'll come back to that when we flip. Let's finish up with this Giannis thing, and then we've been on the NBA for a while. Between the Hornets, Bulls, Pacers, Wizards, any of those guys like interest for Giannis? Only one might be the Pacers running down here because obviously Tyrese is out. He would fit that team. Like he runs, plays defense, but I just don't know what they have to do that.
No, nobody's got anything to. I mean, the Pacers would have something, but they're not doing it. Like they just went to the final. So
What if the Bucks were like, give me Siakam and we'll work something out?
well, no, I mean they would. The Bucks would do it. The Pacers, I don't think are.
Siakam's better than that style that they play.
Yeah, it would have to be like if they're doing that. No, I think Halliburton would need to be in that deal, and I just don't think
And that's
they're ever. So
Well, here's the West in terms of the Giannis sweepstakes, and then we will move on to a different sport because we've been going almost for an hour here.
just looks, it's a gauntlet in the
It's
West.
gauntlet.
I mean, my God.
that top five.
I just want to point this out too. The Thunder having the Clippers pick this year, and the Clippers are
Ugh.
are really bad, is like almost the end of basketball for the next 5 years because they're going to be so good.
It's ridiculous. It's absurd.
If there's anybody in the world that has a more secure job, it's Sam Presti. Like,
he's the best.
He could do no wrong, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, he has pulled off, like, I don't even know what to say. I mean,
that's the best trade
class.
That's one of the best trades. I mean, besides the Luka, besides Rob Pelinka.
That's its own, like, that's just like its own whatever. Like, its
but
own world.
That's just getting all that they got out of that, and then you're going to get a possibly multi-time MVP and finals MVP out of that deal. Like, for Paul George, my God, that's good. Yeah, it's awesome, and I love to see it. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. The Thunder 24-2. My God,
how is that one of the two? Feels good. Feels good.
They don't. I think they would have been in the Giannis. They might have traded for if they had lost. Say they lose to Denver in Game 7 in that second round series. Like, I think they go out and they trade for Giannis last year or start of this year. Like, I think Chet and a billion picks or J-Dub and a billion picks are in that. But now you're champions. You're 24-2. There's no way in hell that they do it. And the Nuggets, obviously, they're not doing it
either. They wouldn't even have anything to send over.
The Bucks go Jokic, Giannis.
And then you got the Lake Show, and they're always in every trade rumor.
Luka, Giannis.
They don't got it. DA, Giannis.
Uh-oh.
But then we get to everything below those guys. Just like you said, Cole Rockets are interesting.
Yeah, I just don't think either of them do it right now. But they definitely come into play depending on how they do in the playoffs, I say.
What about the Timberwolves?
Fascinating. Didn't even think about it.
I mean, him and Ant together would be I love Ant. He's like one of my favorite players in the league. So
who are they giving up, though?
No,
who are they giving away? Yeah.
I'm just saying purely fit. I don't know who they would be able to give up. But, like,
I mean, Gobert money-wise has to go probably.
Why? The Bucks don't want anything to do with him.
No, they definitely don't. I don't know what picks the Timberwolves have. I'd have to look at that. But the fact that you might have Giannis and Ant running it together with, like, Randall.
That would be sick.
That would be fun. But obviously, I
don't think it happens.
I don't think it happens either. Yeah. But it would be fun to watch. I won't lie.
Minnesota has like a less favorable 26 pick. They have their own 28 pick. They have their.
They gave it all to Utah to get Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert, that's right. Yeah.
But it's crazy how long ago that's been because some of those like frozen pick. That's weird. Okay. Anyway.
Frozen. You can't trade first round picks 2 years in a row.
Oh, you're
that's
right.
Why.
You're right.
You can't trade. Yeah.
That's right. I always get pissed in 2K. I always turn that rule off. I get the stipend rule. That's what it's called. I only know it because of 2K. That's
yeah. Do you know why that rule came into play?
Ooh, drop some knowledge on me.
It was the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ted Steipen was their owner in the early 80s, and he was just trading away first round picks for nothing. Just straight up, just tanking his team before tanking was like a thing.
But you tank to use the picks.
Exactly. Exactly.
So he was tanking.
He was tanking
didn't exist. He didn't know how to do it. He was literally tanking the franchise.
He was tanking the franchise. And he was so bad. He made it so bad. They're like, okay, we need to make a rule. Owners can't do this anymore. The Cavaliers were so bad.
What a tough rule to get named after this rule.
Yep.
That's funny. Okay, well, no Timberwolves. I mean, the Suns ain't got bread.
They don't have anything either. Yeah.
Unless you want Warriors, they don't got nothing that the Bucks would want.
That would be awesome, though. Think about that. If we're just thinking about scenarios, Curry and Giannis together.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a basketball orgasm.
It's the truth. Yeah, pair Curry and Giannis to make Curry I don't know about undisputed GOAT, but it would be awesome. Grizzlies, Jazz, I don't really know what the Grizzlies.
I mean, the Jazz have a million things, but
dude, imagine Giannis in Utah. That would be so.
Imagine
weird.
Anybody in Utah.
True. Yeah.
Besides Karl Malone and John Stockton. Yeah, I don't know.
And you
Blazers.
keep going down. Blazers, we kind of already talked about them. We got their picks, but it's just a weird time to do it. Man, what's Dallas? What a weird team also right now. You know, so much hype about Cooper Flag, and he's doing good. Like, people were like kind of pressing him for not being like averaging like whatever. Like, he just youngest 40-point game the other day or whatever it was. He's he's supposed to be a freshman in college. Like, you got to realize he reclassified. He should have been a senior in high school last year, and now he's playing like in the pros. Like, it's a huge, like, this is way different, but we have on my basketball team at Century, we have a freshman who will start sometimes on varsity. Yeah. And sometimes I forget. I'm like, the speed. He was playing 8th grade basketball like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, you got to give these like completely different stratospheres like level, but like, you got to give them time to like get to the physicality, get to the speed, like learn all these new plays. Like, I be hating when people be hating on young guys, man. I be hating haters. Yeah. But I don't know, like, I don't know if they have anything to really make it a run at Giannis. Like, the Kings are weird.
I mean, Anthony Davis plus. I mean, it just goes back to why do the Bucks want AD? Like, it's just a worse version of Giannis, and
more injury prone too.
Yeah.
And then you got the Kings, Clips, and Pels.
Oh, I was gonna bring up the Kings in a Trae Young trade, just because I think the Kings are stupid and they just want something. They'll trade anybody for anything. So I think they would be like, oh, you know what? That would be fun. Bring him in, Trae Young, for, I don't know. Here's Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. So the Kings would do it, and they probably have the stuff to do it. So I think that's on the table.
Clippers ain't got it like that.
Clippers are in one of the worst spots of anybody.
It's crazy how bad they are.
They're like the Saints of the NBA. I mean, they can't get anything right there.
And they're old. They're so old.
Yeah. And the one like cool story, cool story they had, they ruined with CP3. The one like, CP3 retirement tour in LA, cool. So it's all just a dog crap show over there right now.
Yeah.
And then the Pelicans, who were the team I was going to bring up in getting moved to Seattle.
Yeah, I want to see a team in Seattle. I think everything's cooled on expansion. And
super cool. I'm kind of like 2 years ago, I was like, there'll be 2 more teams in like 2 seasons.
Yeah, and now it's not even.
It's the owners, bro. It's the owners' fault.
Yeah,
they don't want to share.
Revenue. Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's dumb. There
That's
needs to be basketball in Seattle.
I think there needs to be more West Coast basketball because the Blazers, for example, are the only team in the Pacific Northwest. They have to travel constantly.
Dude, we have so much mileage all the time.
So much mileage. I think there needs to be a team in Seattle, and I would say, I mean, I know Vegas may not be the greatest option. But
there will be. If there is a new team, if there's somebody moves in expansion, it'll be Vegas.
I hate it so much. I hate it. All right, let's play a better game than Vegas. Seattle, and what is one city the 4 of us would want to see a team in? I want something new. I want a new town. Like, give me a New Mexico City or whatever, or like a.
I was thinking more of
like a Louisville,
like the Big Sky area. There's nothing. Louisville
will be fire.
There's like huge basketball over there. Like
that'd be cool.
What about North Platte, Nebraska?
If there's no basketball out there,
there is nothing out there.
Like the Carolina. Never mind.
What about St. Louis? I don't know. I just throwing it out there.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Like, that's been proven. Like, I know a team left, but like there's a sports town in there. Like, they've had it before.
Kansas City, that same area. Yeah. They had the Kings. They had the Kings about 45 years ago.
What about Nashville? I don't know.
Nashville. I'm all about.
I feel like
Nashville.
Is that too close to Memphis though?
Oh, maybe actually,
yeah. You're probably right.
What about Pittsburgh?
That was really bad.
Pittsburgh. I like that one. Pittsburgh is a good one.
Yeah.
Just another team for me to hate.
And Trent to love.
Let's see. Let's go to the biggest cities.
They put San Bernardino. Oh, we don't need another Texas.
Too many Texas.
Texas, we have too many.
See?
Yeah, Louisville.
That's a good one.
I really think Louisville's a good choice.
Yeah.
Like a New Mexico. I'm in. I'm genuinely in on a new, a New Mexico team. I'm in. We already have in Arizona. Tucson's nice, but we already have in Arizona.
Fresno. I'll take a team in Fresno.
There's so many
But I mean,
California teams.
I know.
man.
That's where my family.
But like, it'd be cool. That's fair. That's fair. Again, I already got Arizona. Too much California.
Long Beach.
Cali.
We already have to.
Got
You don't need
Denver.
Colorado Springs. Virginia. E. What do you feel about Virginia Beach?
Yeah.
If you had a team.
Just move the Wizards down there, bro.
Do you have it? I know you said you watch the Pistons a lot right now, but do you have a team that you do like to root for?
No. Well, I was telling Trent this last night when we were playing games. 2K, I remember growing up, I used to love watching the Wizards, but also because I loved playing the Wizards in 2K.
John Wall.
Because John Wall and Bradley Beal.
Yep.
And my other favorite team was the Blazers because I got to use
Same.
Lillard and McCollum.
Yep.
Those are the only two dudes I've ever used, like mainly guys I've ever used in 2K. Like I've like dropped like 60 one time on Cole with like Lillard or something like that. Like playing the dorms, but like the Wizards were my team. And I was just a big Kentucky guy. So when we got John Wall, I was like, bro, this is that. Like, yep, the Wizards. But other than that, no basketball here for me.
Would you go all in on a Virginia Beach basketball team? Would you like go buy a jersey right away and just be like, it's time?
Yeah, it depends on the colors. It definitely depend on the colors. I don't know what you would.
Purple and red.
What could you name?
Yeah, what would
team
we
out?
name
Like,
them?
what would you want to name a team?
Virginia Beach Vipers.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Virginia Vipers. Is
Beach
kind
Birds.
of
I don't know. I don't
Beach
know what the
Birds.
hell you would name.
Yeah,
them,
keep a
but-
bird theme with the Ravens and the Orioles.
Yeah.
The Peacocks.
A peacock. I'm trying to think something out here that's like because like Virginia's like slogan is love, whatever it is. Like
Is
love.
it?
Yeah. So every time you say welcome to Virginia, it
The
says
Cupids.
love, right a big.
Cupids.
I'm trying to think. But I don't know
Hearts.
if the beach would be good. Definitely a good like attraction
Yeah.
for people, but it's kind of more of like visiting. I don't
That's
know
fair.
about the local people down there at all.
That's fair. That's fair. There's a football team, or sorry, a soccer team, well, football club down there as well. Oh, and the football club. Anyway, Nebraska, Omaha.
Hey, I told you Nebraska needs a
Could
team.
be an interesting one. We do not need two Oklahoma teams.
No, we don't. Definitely
Kansas.
not. Wichita,
Basketball.
baby.
Basketball out in Kansas, man. I got Kansas shorts on right now.
Bakersfield, California.
I think the Midwest makes a ton
Oh.
of sense. It's such a basketball heavy
Yeah.
area. I think
Mhm.
like Kansas, Kentucky,
Iowa.
Missouri, Iowa, like that's a huge basketball area. I think they might be able to draw quite a bit. Honolulu.
I was gonna say Hawaii, but the travel would just
The
be
travel
too-
would be
it would too
unbearable.
hard.
Honolulu.
For basketball, like they'd have to go on like 20-game road trips. But
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't work.
It only
It
works
wouldn't
for football
God.
because you play once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much Texas, too much. Another like
Yeah,
a Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Lexington. Yep. Stockton. Don't go there. Don't go to Stockton.
Anchorage, Alaska. I'm
I mean,
in.
that would be fun, but it's the same thing with.
Same. Yeah, exactly.
Portland's not too far.
Imagine you had to go from Alaska to like Miami. for-
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
The players
Greensboro. You got
We already
UNC.
have the Hornets.
We're-
I don't
we're-
know.
yeah. Okay. Goddamn Texas.
Yeah.
Lincoln, Nebraska. Toledo. You don't need Toledo.
Cali.
Irvine.
Fort
Fort Wayne
Indiana.
that's right there. I mean, that's
Yeah.
near Indy. Jersey City, New Jersey. Durham's got no, we don't need that. Madison's too close to Milwaukee.
And this is all based off like populations.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I just made
Chesapeake.
on accident, I think, but
I would say
Do not go to Norfolk. Hell no. Not go to Norfolk, Virginia.
I think the Midwest, one of those cities out there, makes a ton of sense. That would be
I
my
agree.
pick. If
That'd
I
be
had-
fun.
totally agree.
Yeah.
Man, I love basketball.
Chesapeake would be cool, Virginia.
Boise
Boise.
could be fun. I was just
Boise
down there.
would
It's
be
a fun
fun.
town. Boise's a fun little city. Boise State, love their basketball program. Got to talk to their head coach for like 2 hours, just like
Wow.
a meeting with all of our coaches at Century. Super cool. Maybe like an hour, but he just was like, "What do you guys want to talk about?" Just sat in a stool, and we just asked questions. It was super sick. We'll have to do a coach's corner one of these episodes. And then
That would be, that'd be
5
great.
games into the basketball season, freshman boys right now. My guys are 4-1, 4-game win.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Okay, I think we've basketballed it up, man. We just hit over an hour and 10 minutes.
Whew.
Let's touch on our other topics just briefly, and then we can kind of wrap as we go. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, me too.
I just miss this stuff.
This is what it's all about.
This is what it's all about here, man. Sky, you've been an awesome guest, bro. You've been great.
I appreciate
You've
you guys
been
having
great.
me. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot of sports on tonight, so at least this is like one
Yeah.
avenue to just talk about it. So,
Yeah. Well, then let's pivot to one of our next juicy subjects, where we had a couple on the docket. Shall we pivot to the college football conversation? Because there's kind of a big one.
We got to. We
Kind of a
have
big
to.
thing going on out here in the universe. Oh, Sky, getting some shout outs in the chat. Look at
Porter.
you.
I
You are a
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
ball knower. It's true, man. You know how many banger lunch conversations me and this guy had in high school, sitting on the floor, actually, not even at a table, just
What?
talking ball in the hallway.
We
Oh,
even like after
yeah.
even after high school though, like I remember we'd go to like restaurants and stuff like that, and we wouldn't even like eat all that much, but we would just talk ball for like 3 hours
Mm-hmm.
and just like name random basketball or football players, and then
Yup.
you know me and Tud would just have like a 30-minute tangent of like, hey, do you remember when you did this? And it would be like, you know, just obscure players. I mean, I love that stuff, man. It's you know, it makes my day for sure. So
That's why we do it. Well, you're gonna have to.
Exactly.
Well, we're not done, but you're definitely coming back.
I appreciate
Definitely
it.
coming
I'm
back sometime.
more than happy to join.
Well, speaking on the topic, Sky, I'll try to break news for him. He'll break news to me, and he broke the Sharon Moore news to me. And I
yes.
I saw that he got fired. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's weird. That's super odd. I guess they're just ready for a new direction, maybe. And then Sky, I swear you had some insiders because I was not even seeing reports about this until you texted me, and you were like, it looks like he got his staffer pregnant. I don't even know where to go, how to
Allegedly.
start on this well, allegedly, yes.
Mm.
We'll take it, Sky. What did you hear? I mean, you are a Big Ten ball
Yes.
knower. You were a Penn State alum, so you
That is
have some
true.
more ties. Obviously, Oregon's there now, but you've been there. Like, you've been in the trenches with those boys longer. What do you think?
Yes. I immediately knew it was odd. And I'll just say this, immediately knew it was odd because it was after signing day. That automatically raised a red flag for me.
Yep.
It was a very odd time because, you know, when you fire somebody, it would usually be after the season's over. And, you know, you look for your head coaching carousel, you know, you look for a new head coach. And that was all done after, like even after the whole Penn State issue with Matt Campbell, which, you know, I'm glad he's, you know, he signed. I think he'll be pretty good. But even it was a disaster when Penn State was there, and then Michigan fired them after when all the head coaches were done.
Yep.
So I
Yeah.
immediately
All the good candidates. Yeah.
all of them are out. So and Michigan's a great job. Like, don't get me wrong. It's, you know, I don't know where you would put it in terms of like top whatever, you know,
Top
jobs,
10 for
but
sure,
it's
probably
definitely
top
10
5.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's definitely one of the premier jobs in, you know, college football. So I
Yeah.
immediately found that kind of odd. And then, you know, obviously all the rumors are floating around. I'm not going to get into that too much per se, because, you know, I don't want to get myself in trouble here. But I immediately was like, all right, there's something that is a bit odd about this, especially the timing of it. So it's, you know, obviously it's news, and I feel like most of us kind of know what's happened about it. It's, you know, unfortunate to say the least for a lot of parties. But I think kind of looking forward, if you don't mind me pivoting there, I'd be interested to see, because like you said, there's all the candidates are out. They're not there anymore.
There's nobody.
And
Jed Fish.
That's
Jed
like the
Fish-
only name I've heard.
but that's
really.
like the only name that I heard. I've heard Kenny Dillingham, but it looks like he's about to sign an extension if he hasn't already have with Arizona State. So I don't know. I think Michigan, you know, and I hate Michigan football. I obviously, being a Big Ten fan, I despise them. So I don't, you know, so I don't know where they really go from here at this point. Or they just hire somebody, you know, internally or something as an intern until next year. Now, I don't want to put hypotheticals in, Xander. I think I mentioned this when it came to the Penn State issue, is that if Kalen DeBoer doesn't get the job done in Alabama, does he go to Michigan? And that kind of brings me to my next point. And I know we're going way off the limb here, but does Lane Kiffin go to Alabama?
No.
Oh, that would be insane.
They don't want any part of him. I heard that.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it would be hilarious to see, in my opinion.
If
He would do it. He would do it.
If there's a coach
absolutely
to
do it.
double
He
pivot in an offseason, it's going
He
to be
wants
Lane
that
Kiffin.
job. I'm telling you guys, he wants that
does.
job.
Yes, he does. He's a heartless. I mean, there's no heart in that man.
No.
That he'll do anything. but they don't want any part of him because I heard that. I don't remember where I heard that, but somebody said, some source was like, yeah, he wouldn't even be on their list whatsoever. So
yeah,
the DeBoer thing, that's a fair thing with DeBoer.
Yeah.
Just say, which I don't know why they would. I mean, you made the playoff. Hell, they probably are going to win a game. Like, I don't feel great about Oklahoma right now.
Offense is terrible right now.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, John Mateer hasn't been the same since he got hurt. Yeah. Came back too early. But no, that would be. I mean, that's interesting, and I think DeBoer's a really good ball coach. So, yeah, I think Jed Fish is probably the most likely. Just I don't think that's very likely either. Just at the point we are, I think he probably would rather just stay another year. We'll see. I mean, we'll see.
Ethan,
just
if
the Sharon, the Sharon Moore situation. It was a bad situation that turned into a sad situation. I mean,
it really was.
I mean, you can tell. Like, he was an emotional dude. Like, do you remember him crying? Yeah. Like, that's an emotional guy. And
I don't want to bring that up.
Yeah.
That was against Penn State, so that's why I don't want to think about that game because it's against us.
Yeah.
I remember that game very vividly, but no, again, it all around, it is a sad situation. You never want to see these things happen. You feel for, the players that have to go through, because now, they don't know their situation at Michigan anymore. Like, are they still going to be wanted there by the next head coach?
Yep.
What does Bryce Underwood do? What does he?
Exactly. LSU seems like the likely fit at this point, but
was he a Brian Kelly guy? I mean, because now Brian Kelly's not there. So
does he get called by Michigan? Does he get called by Michigan?
God.
I'm just saying, because he's like the only. I'm
Coach O.
Coach O. That's what. Coach O.
In my opinion, it's a crime that he's not in college football. I'm just sorry.
He needs to be somewhere.
He needs to be back somewhere. He was so fun to watch.
Come on, we could have had Orgeron State. He could have gone to OSU.
Come on.
Could have had Orgeron State.
Mike Gundy.
Yeah.
Michigan.
Whoa.
That's not going to happen.
That would be crazy. Well, Ethan, I was going to put this in your court. If you are the athletic director of the University of Michigan and you've been given this homework assignment, summative, big grade, what are you going to do with the head coach vacancy?
I'd probably try to find somebody who's already been with the team through the season. Like, obviously, through that whole recruiting process, you still have someone in there who's still from that staff that can at least get one season done. Again, maybe you find a guy in your staff who can make you win, get a bowl game. All right, cool. But I think there's going to be fires every year, I feel like, in college football. There's going to be someone else available that you can go grab in the next year or two. And I think just with the whole recruiting, you just got to keep what you got and just keep moving forward, like with who you got, the recruits you got, and just go from there. Like, that's simple. I feel like that's all you got to do. Don't do anything else. Don't bring anything else that could change. It could mess up your team even more. The locker room could be a lot different, even though it's different right now, but bringing another coach in still could change a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a good way to protect your team, probably, to protect what you have. Kind of put a Band-Aid on it per se, and almost like the Giannis thing, right? Wait till you kind of can really go get your offers instead of paying someone a lot you're not ready for. Mm-hmm. But what's Jimbo Fisher doing these days?
He's sitting on $70 million. That's what he's doing, to do nothing. From Texas A&M.
He was a favorite for Penn State. We know what Coach Gruden's doing right now, but
Coach.
Okay, what about Brian Dable? I just want to throw a name out there.
I like that one.
I mean, hey,
he was the pick for Penn State.
He was the pick for Penn State, and he was the offensive coordinator at Alabama for a little bit. So he has some familiarity with college now. It'd be interesting to see how he meshes with everything. Because obviously a college coach and an NFL head coach are quite vastly different of a job in terms of
Yeah.
What, were you going to say something?
Well, I was just thinking, because Michigan, they usually bring guys that have had something to do with the program before. Has Dable ever been involved with? I don't think he has.
I don't think so.
He's got no Michigan connection.
No, I don't.
They kind of like to keep it in house. Right. People who have worked there before, people who played.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean that would be interesting. I just don't know the feasibility. And Jed Fish has been there. That's the biggest thing. Like Jed Fish.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
he worked. What was he at? Like, what did he do?
He was an assistant under Harbaugh. I don't know if he was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He wasn't the OC, was he? He
Uh,
wasn't the OC.
I'm gonna look that
He
up
was-
right now.
Yeah.
I remember him the Jim though, but I forgot what he was too.
Yeah. Fish.
I will
see,
say that this Michigan. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go Sky. You're good. Go. I'm looking at something.
Wait, let's see. Yeah,
Who's
he
the
was
board?
he was the Michigan passing game coordinator, wide receivers coach, and quarterback coach from 2015 to 2016.
Oh,
Yeah,
So he has
been there.
familiarity there.
Is
Yeah.
DeBoer? I gotta look up if DeBoer was there.
I doubt it. I do want to say one thing about this Michigan team is that they were they were definitely a top 25 team. I'm not sure if they were in that 20 range, but that team is like mostly freshmen. Like they have a very good young
Very young.
team. So like whoever this, and kind of going back to your point, is if they can kind of keep it stable for now and kind of just develop these young players and get that, guy next year, if there's a guy that gets opening, I think that would just be the job. Just hold it on for this year and just develop these players, get the right, stability around them. I think that should be Michigan's main focus right now, because I just don't see them being able to acquire some big name unless they're not coaching right now. But like they're not getting like a Lane Kiffin right now, or they're not going to get one of those big name, coaches out there right now. Xander, go ahead.
This is a name that I forgot about because it was just kind of a quiet departure almost. Kyle Whittingham, Utah.
Yeah, he resigned. He's not.
You think he's done
even-
coaching?
I think
he's
I
done.
mentioned earlier in our stuff was like he could go there for sure. Change his senior.
That's how you keep a roster together. That's a guy that would keep a roster together, but I don't know if he'd do it.
I think he.
But it's a
wants to
call
just-
you got to make.
Yeah. I just think he wants to relax.
I think he
He's been
wants
doing
to
it for
relax.
21 years.
I agree with you. I think he wants to relax, but if there's a price on that table that's just like way that would blow his expectations away, I would, if I were him, I would be hard to return that down. I don't know how much money
Yeah.
in his life he's made, but if
How
there's a
old
certain
is
price,
he?
yeah, that's a good question.
That's another thing. Like, do you want to send that much money at a guy for
True,
for
absolutely.
short-term rental, basically?
His little power
Kenny.
rankings, the
Kenny.
power rankings list. Kenny's at the top. Sky brought him up earlier, but he's supposed to be getting a huge
I
bag.
think he can stay at Arizona State. No ways.
I don't know if Michigan called him. Like, I think he goes.
I
mean,
wonder how much is Kenny Dillingham making right now? Because if
Right.
I know Michigan has a lot
Get
of
more
money
money.
that
For
they can
sure.
spend.
Bring more. Yeah.
And there's rumors that Sam Levitt's going to transfer out.
Yeah, he's gone.
No, I mean,
West
he's in
Lynn
the
guy.
He's in the
If-
transfer portal already.
If Dante Moore declares, Sam Levitt's an Oregon Duck.
I'm not.
He's
I would not be
an Oregon guy. He's from West
Yeah, I
Lynn.
They're trying to throw a lot of money at Dante to keep him. But Kenny Dillingham's making, I think, 7. He's making 7.
If Michigan went up to maybe 12, that's a lot to throw at a head coach.
Yeah.
I wonder what his
Divorced
new
to-
extension would be too.
Oh no, he got performance incentives. So he was making his
No.
base salary was 5.8. So I mean, you could give him I think
Michigan could easily up that up to 10, and I would be
Yeah.
very hard for him to turn that down.
Yeah.
It's true.
Jesse Minter. That's the name.
Charger.
I've heard that
Yeah.
name. I've heard that name thrown out there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's worked with Harbaugh.
Is there any others? up
This is
there?
where I
Yeah,
got
Whittingham.
Whittingham.
There's
Whittingham's
Whittingham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see who else.
Jeff
Jeff Baum.
Baum.
Yeah. I don't know. He's okay. I mean, good coach. I just don't think
What-
he's
oh.
Eli
Drinkowitz
Drinkwitz.
is he's off
Yeah.
the board. They just signed an
They
extension.
just
for him.
extended him.
That's
So I don't
right.
think that doesn't make any sense. He also just signed
He
an
just got
extension.
extended. Yeah, but these are all
Huge.
great candidates. They just got
Yeah.
extended for a reason. Yeah.
Huge recruit. That was sick.
That's
The
true.
flip.
Yeah.
That is that's awesome. I was hyped to see that. I think Jed Fish was supposed
That's
to be here. I think
Yeah, why would
Jed
Jed?
Fish is-
Yeah, Jed Fish
He's-
is the.
Beyond
Jed
that, there are
Fish-
rumblings about Jed Fish no longer being a candidate, which is something Josh Pate confirmed on
What?
his YouTube show Tuesday night. I don't know how long ago that was. I don't know who even. It was
Interesting.
like a Wolverine fan page, I think, doing this maybe. But just some names to throw out there.
Yeah, I think it goes back to Ethan's point. I think they're just gonna bring somebody from the carousel in internally and just kind of see who's best fit to kind of keep it stable and afloat for at least the next year and develop these guys. So that's probably the best way that they go about it, because I personally right now I don't see anybody leaving this late in the process. It just seems far fetched for me at this point.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's totally fair. I can't wait. I mean, I tell Sky that like honestly, maybe my favorite part of the off season is the coaching carousel.
Oh, so
Like it's just so fun to watch. But let's stay in the college football landscape here really quick. I'm just pulling some up that is exciting to see.
ooh,
This is thick.
Here
we
we
got a
are.
lot of we got a lot of good football here, fellas, this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
do.
gonna say we got a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of good football this weekend.
So I have one thing to start off with. This game down here, JMU, Oregon. My buddy's mom, Christmas gift for me and a friend. Got us tickets to go.
That's awesome.
That's sick.
I have a basketball game during the game.
Oh,
I have like 2 Saturday games this year.
Let me be
Like
Xander
2
Bro
total.
for a day.
Dude, I am
Let's take a shot.
so
JMU,
bummed I can't go. I'm so bummed. I was just so excited, and then I was like, "Oh my god, what day is that on? I got to check the schedule." And I mean, it's gonna be great. I'm just gonna miss the game in general. Like my game is during the game. I'm pretty sure.
Jesus.
It's not even
That's
like I could
brutal.
like make it late or something. Like I just can't even go. So they're gonna have a great time. Smitty and Steve Sky, they're gonna have a great time at the game.
oh, fun. Tell them I say hi. I haven't seen them in a while.
I'll let you know when you come down. We'll have to get us together. But
Definitely, for sure.
but yeah, I mean that's like in terms of like ranking wise, like 5-12 is like we can talk about that first if we want to. I just need Oregon to take care of business, but I kind of prefer us being 5 over 4.
Yeah.
I prefer it. It's because of like the double bye, like there's even the 3-week bye. We didn't play in the conference championship game. Like that's a long time. It did not work out for us last year. And what's funny is I'm seeing Ohio State fans post about how terrible the setup is to have that many weeks off. Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, so now it's a problem. You like the Ducks get it, and you come walk all over us, and you don't let us use that excuse, and now it's a problem for you. Like you haven't even played the game. Why are you even worried about it? But just got to take care of business. Take care of business.
You
That's
will.
all I really got.
Yeah, you will. Ole Miss. Those are givens. Now the more fun. I mean, the 8-9, 7-10. Those are just really good football games, and I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, Oklahoma's looked horrible offensively, but that defense
It's tough.
has been really good, and they've just owned Alabama these last couple of years. So
Alabama can't protect Ty Simpson.
no, they can't.
No.
He's getting beat around,
Yeah.
just hammered. Feel bad for the kid, but it's also Alabama, so I don't feel as bad. And then that Miami A&M game, it's the beat Notre Dame Bowl.
That one.
That game intrigues me the most.
Yeah.
I feel like I think the biggest question is what version of Miami are we going to get?
That's what exactly. You see the great Carson Beck come out,
Or the Louisville Carson Beck.
I tell you, if Carson Beck's bringing his A game, they're winning that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I just got a text to bring something up that I forgot to way earlier in the pod about the Knicks, about the NBA Cup, about the celebration on the stage.
Oh, yeah.
I know that is totally random. Will just texted me, my buddy Will. He was like, if you haven't talked about this, you got to bring it up. And I meant to. I was so excited to. Just two bros being bros, man. And it's universal. I love every guy knew what happened. It's just the hand disappearing and from Brunson.
The Brunson turning around was so funny to me. That was the funniest part.
In 4K and the most national spotlight you could have. Like not even like during a game, like on the bench, like you're literally like in front row with the best player on your team. Like anyway, I totally forgot about it. Super funny, love boys being boys. But let's go back to what we were talking about. Out of all the games, what are you most excited for in the first round?
A&M Miami.
Yeah, I think that one. I think the A&M Miami game will be probably the most intriguing and probably the most fun for me to watch, but kind of goes back to that Alabama OU game as well too, and I'll explain why. Is because Bama looked terrible against Georgia, and Georgia's defense just absolutely, just put them to shreds. Now, is OU going to be able to do the same thing, but does OU have enough to overcome that on offense? I'm not totally sure about that. I think Alabama's 1.5-point favorites, so that game also intrigues me because OU just has not been good offensively. Just to Cole's point, like they have been awful. I don't know if they've scored more than like 20 points in the last like 5 games or something.
Have they? Yeah, I don't know if they have either.
I don't know.
I'll look it
I don't
up.
know for sure, but it sure feels like that.
I think
I'd be curious to know, but it just feels like offensively they just have not been in sync ever since Mateer got that injury. But I would say the most polarizing game by far is A&M and Miami.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to kind of see what teams do we see, especially Miami. What version of them are we getting?
Oklahoma beat Alabama 23-21 a month ago. That was the last time they've scored above 20. And before that, they haven't scored above 26 since they scored above 26 once since October 4th when they beat Tennessee.
And that's the 8th.
Wow.
Yep.
Just shows you how good defensively they are.
True.
Yeah, they are. They really are. Remember, that was a problem for them for a decade. Nobody in the Big 12 could stop anybody.
Well, you know who's like, it's a Lincoln Riley problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Lincoln Riley issue.
Shift in culture.
USC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let me follow it up because it seems like A&M Miami is the one we're all looking forward to. Obviously, Oklahoma Alabama is going to be fun. Who has a better chance of beating Ohio State between A&M and?
I think it's A&M. They've been more consistent all year. I just don't see Miami really faring well with, because I think Ohio State defensively will be a lot. How do I say this? I think Ohio State will be able to contain Carson Beck much more than Marcel Reed. I think Marcel Reed has looked a lot better and more consistent this whole year. So I'd probably pick A&M. I think that they're still a solid team. I don't think they're as good as Ohio State, but I think I would give A&M the nod over Miami in this case.
What do you think, E?
I feel like that kind of comes back to what we said earlier, what version of Miami we're going to get.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I like that Texas A&M defense. I like that freshman edge rush they have. And Marcel Reed, if he could, because I know what he rolled his ankle a couple games ago. If he's 100%, give that ball to Kevin Concepcion. I think they give him a run for their money, but I think Ohio State, that defense is a lot more better, and they've been playing a lot longer with each other. So I think Ohio State will get the edge as well.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page as you two guys. I just think if you're going to beat Ohio State, you're going to have to match up with them in the trenches. And I think Miami's, they're good down there. I just think A&M's a little bit better. And same thing, I don't trust Carson Beck at all. And I think just the ability of Marcel Reed to escape, especially against that Ohio State front, I just think that's a better outlet. I don't think either of them has a shot. I think Ohio State's going to win the whole thing, which sucks. But, yeah, I would say A&M. Yeah.
It's also one more thing that Ohio State needs to worry about.
Yeah.
Beck is not known for his agility and getting out of the pocket. Reed is definitely much more. So that's another thing that I have to worry about.
Yeah. It's always a wrinkle that can just be so frustrating as a fan. You're like, oh my God, we've played such good coverage. Oh, we're about to get him. And he ran 35 yards downfield. It's like, yeah. That's fair. Well, Cole, I think you already answered this question. I want to keep moving forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's the best team out of the four of them? I mean, obviously there's been one, but there's a number one next to a team that isn't Ohio State.
Here, I'll start.
You can put them in order if you want as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ohio State is the best team. It's between them and Indiana, and I just think the fact that Indiana beat them the first time, I don't think they're going to beat them twice.
Yeah.
I think it's too hard. Ohio State's too talented. They're so good defensively. They've got all those weapons offensively. I think they're the best team. And if I were to rank them, I would say them, Indiana, Gap, Georgia, Gap, Texas Tech. And actually in that gap I think Georgia's playing the best ball by far that they have all season. And they're still frisky, but I just think those two Big Ten schools are better. And hell, I would put Oregon above Tech if I were to rank the top 5. So you guys go ahead.
You go, Sky.
You sure? All right.
Yeah.
I will say this about, and I would agree with you that Ohio State and Indiana are probably, 1 and 2. You can kind of switch them up. I mean, we had a really close game in the Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
Could have gone either way. If the kicker, Fielding doesn't miss that kick, we're
Ugh.
probably having a different conversation here, possibly.
Yeah.
So, those are kind of like 1A, 1B. I will say Georgia, like you said, has been kind of turning it on lately.
Mhm.
I think they're a very, very solid team. I think they could give Ohio State for their money to a degree. Now, I don't think Ohio State loses that game, but I think Georgia
Right.
definitely could compete with them for sure and make it close.
It kind of comes down to how much you trust Gunnar Stockton.
Yes.
Because he's so volatile.
So up and down. Absolutely. Kind of like Carson Beck. What version are you getting of him?
True.
Texas Tech is an interesting team because they've been solid all year, but
Killing everybody.
But yeah, like
teams.
BYU, they have absolutely, they've blown them out both times this year. So
gobsmacked them.
Yeah. So Tech is an interesting team. I don't know if I know enough about them to really understand what they're about. Now, I will say if Oregon more than likely gets past JMU, Texas Tech and Oregon, out of all of those games, that one intrigues me the most.
That's a fun game.
That would be a very, very interesting game, and I'd be very excited to see that if JMU, doesn't pull off some absolutely insane upset. Oh, by the way, I don't know if any of you seen how this JMU Twitter account has been absolutely trolling Oregon lately. I don't know if you guys
I
have
have
seen it
seen
at all.
that. Yeah,
It
I've
is
seen it.
absolutely hilarious. You guys have to check it out. But
I forget how to explain the way they're making their post, but they're kind of like, man, Oregon's so lucky to be able to play a team like JMU or stuff like that. It's just stupid. It's funny.
It's hilarious. It's like, have you guys won the Sun Belt Conference? No, you haven't. We have. Stuff like that. So,
they've been a good sport. It's hilarious. I love it.
It's hilarious. I'm all in for it. But I think that those would probably be, I would say Indiana, Ohio State, 1A, 1B, Georgia, at a close, more or less closer second, and then Texas Tech would be third or fourth in this case.
Okay. Ethan?
Just to clarify, we're ranking who is
best.
the better team correctly?
Yep. Who do you think are in terms of best teams out of those four?
I just like what I've seen from Georgia lately. You got Kirby Smart, but I'm definitely going Ohio State number 1. I'm gonna go Indiana 2. They could either flip. But I really tempted to put Georgia. I wanted to take 2, just the way they've been playing. You got Kirby Smart, who's been here before, who's been doing this. He knows how to make adjustments. He knows how to give their defense is amazing. And what SKYE said earlier, I would love to see Ohio State and Georgia play each other. And I think again that comes down to how well both of their defenses play, and how their offense can come onto the field and capitalize on those going to be turnovers for sure, by both sides. I feel like great defenses. So who's going to capitalize first? But then Texas Tech probably for sure last. But I agree, Texas Tech and Oregon, I would love to watch that. But Texas Tech has a good physical front, and I feel like
they do.
Physical
That's a
front
good point.
against Oregon, they give them a run for their money because I'm pretty sure that's what happened with Indiana. Indiana came in and was physical.
It's true.
And
that's a great point. I didn't even think of that.
And come prepared and with that D line and that who should have went to the Heisman ceremony if they play.
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Yeah,
I think Texas Tech give a run for Oregon's money.
I just think you brought up that was a good point about Indiana. How they matched up. They actually beat them up in the trenches.
Yeah,
at Autzen Stadium.
Oh, God, I was at that game.
Yeah. And I think Tech, you're right. I think they can match up. The only problem is Indiana also had the Heisman winner as their quarterback. And I think Dante Moore is going to be a lot better than Graham Morton, I believe, is Tech's.
Yeah, Graham Morton.
I trust Dante Moore. He's been really good. I think was he second team All Big Ten? I don't remember. He was second or third because there's a lot of good quarterbacks in that conference.
Probably a couple more bigger games than Texas Tech has.
Yeah, I just trust. I think I would trust him and the weapons that Oregon has. I mean, Sadiq is a
and there's a
grown-ass
chance
man.
that DeCorion Moore and Evan Stewart are back for this game. And Evan Stewart hasn't played a game this year. He might have maybe been our best receiver this season if he played, and he didn't. Hasn't touched any turf yet.
Yeah, I like the Oregon Pat. I mean, I think they're making it to go play Texas Tech. I think they're going to win that game and then get another date with Indiana. And I think that would be another great game and a game that they could very easily win. So
hard to beat. It's
Good
hard to
luck.
beat a team like that twice. I'll just say that right now.
That's
It's
why
hard
the
to beat 'em twice.
Alabama Oklahoma game is interesting too.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, to stay on that topic, since we ranked the top 4, put your Ryan Day hat on, right? Dye your beard a little darker or whatever. And who, right? Because we're ranking these teams. Are you more worried about an Indiana team that has beaten you once, or Georgia, who's playing really hot right now? Who would you rather play as Ohio State? I know they're not on the same side of the bracket, but let's just say in a playoff setting, right? The team that's beaten you, but it's hard to be beaten twice, or a Georgia team that's maybe not as hot as this Indiana team that plays a lot different, but still they got, Kirby Smart, their historical team.
Oof,
Which one would you be more worried about to beat Ohio State?
In my mind, the team that I would rather play is the team that I've seen, the team that we've got all the film on.
Mm-hmm.
We matched up with them, very easily could have won that game. I want to see that team again. I don't want to see this wild card SEC team that I've never, we don't know what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
So just in my book, thinking as a coach, putting the ugly ass Ryan Day cap on. Yeah, I would rather see Indiana, which probably they're gonna win this thing, they're gonna have to see them both, more likely than not.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. I would not want to see Georgia. Kirby Smart's been in this position many times.
Yeah.
He knows what it takes that you need to win this, to win the whole thing. Indiana, kind of what you're saying, their tendencies. They're in the same conference as you. I'm sure you're getting, constant feedback from other teams and all that kind of stuff. The SEC, them being Georgia, you got Kirby Smart, like I said. You haven't played them in a long time. When was the last time they played? I know
It was that missed field goal. It was the missed field goal, right?
Oh wow, that's right. Yeah, the New Year's missed field goal. That's right. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to play Georgia. They're playing really well right now. That's one team I probably wouldn't want to play if I were to choose.
Yeah, same thing with all what you guys said. I always want to play a team again, like kind of what Cole mentioned earlier. They Ohio State lost to Indiana. If they see each other in the Natty, I'm most definitely going to lean towards Ohio State because you don't beat a team twice. And if you do, then you have a gauntlet of a team. But, yeah, I definitely agree with what you said. You guys said everything already. I did want to mention, though, how that Indiana lost a star defensive edge rusher. That's a big key. But I'm hoping somebody steps up. But,
yeah. Don't you think if you're also an Ohio State player, you probably wanted a little bit more than you're playing the team that you lost out on a championship to? Yeah. So, I mean, there's probably a little extra motivation there. Hey, you we lost this time, but you ain't beating us this time. I feel like there's a little extra there, in my opinion. That would be me, at least, if I was a player. But
I agree. I totally agree. It's funny. College football in general is such a funny sport. It's like you'd rather play the first seed again than this other team. But it's just there's so much going on than just seed rankings. But man, love college football. What a great weekend. Any last second points before I throw a different thing up on the screen real quick about our games this weekend? Any predictions you want to make? Or just leave it be, whichever one.
Tulane with the upset.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, do it. Say it.
I mean, coach is still there.
I would have said this if Kurt Signetti was still at JMU. They would upset Oregon, but he's not there, so I'm not going to throw that out there anymore.
Dump rain.
I will say this. I think JMU will make it a lot closer than maybe people recognize. I'm not going to say they're going to win, but I know this isn't a hot take or anything, but I think they can compete a lot more than maybe people expect. I'm throwing it out there.
I think it'd be good for at least a half, but then Oregon goes up at least by 2 scores.
Do they have 1 loss or 2?
Who?
JMU.
I think they have 1.
And it was to Louisville by 3 touchdowns?
Oof. Yeah, maybe I take that back.
In Autzen?
Yeah. I will say I put quite a big wager on Oregon to win it all, and I have not hit a bet since May. So just throw that out
there. Damn it! You texted me that. I tried to forget that even happened.
I was like, am I going through with this? And I'm like, you know what? I'm doing it. So it was like $150 to win $1,000 or something like that. So hey, there's that for you. So if Oregon loses, you guys can blame it on me.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive up to Seattle and wear them some cloths, but then we can celebrate together if everything goes
that's
right.
fair. If they win, I'll drinks are on me.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go.
Are we invited?
Yeah, all you guys.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we'll find a way to rendezvous in the middle somewhere from Chicago and Baltimore.
North Platte, Nebraska.
There it is. We're there. Well, then I got one more thing for us to go on here real quick. I know we've been going for a while, but
hour 45.
I know this is the new record right now.
How about that?
Doesn't feel like that.
Here we go.
Oh shit!
Here we go. This is what I'm talking about.
I'm okay. I'm gonna try to get them all in one thing, but who just wants to start to talk about them real quick?
Go ahead, E.
Hold on, I'm pulling up something real quick. I'm pulling up some DraftKings odds real quick. Hold on.
Oh, what are the odds on the Kansas City Chiefs to make the playoffs?
Zero.
Oh,
baby.
Wow.
A lot of great games this week.
All right, here we go. We're gonna go one conference at a time because that's the best way for me to do this. It looks like.
Xander, I know you're gonna hate me for this, but if there's ever been a time for Josh Allen to make it to the Super Bowl, it's this year. You have no Burrow, you have more than likely no Lamar, and you have no.
Whoa! Hold on now.
But you know who is out there?
Drake May.
Oh, Nick.
Is that who I'm thinking of? Or who you're thinking of?
And Bo Nix.
And Trevor Lawrence and Aaron Rodgers.
and Jay
Herbo. I don't know about the last one. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers has that.
DJ Stroud, bro.
We'll see though.
Davis Mills sitting on the bench.
DJ Stroud getting kicked.
And Phillip Rivers.
I cannot believe that. I mean,
let's go.
You know, it's crazy because I was obviously because they were playing in Seattle. I was so close to going to that game because I'm like, the fact that I could say that I went to this game to watch Phillip Rivers out of
respect
4 years.
Yep.
I would have been, I don't know, it's just been something that I would have been
when
fun to see.
I turned the game on at home. I was watching my family, and my mom was like, "How long has he been retired? You just played like a year or so ago, right?" And I was like, "Mom, the last time he played, they had to wear a mask and go on Zoom for a press conference."
Oh,
yes.
I was like, "But he's still younger than Brady was when he retired." So
true.
But it's also one thing to keep going, Phillip Rivers. I love how old his throw looked, but it's literally how he's thrown the football.
Yeah, exactly.
He just has that meh. It's just
so
wrong, but that's how he's always been.
It's so
kind of looks like a shortstop almost.
Yeah, like you're turning two. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Fing.
Yeah.
But anyway, we can look at the seeding real quick. Broncos right now in the first seed. God, I haven't been so mad about a Patriots football game in a long time, and I feel very lucky to be able to be angry about it again because a year ago, the past 5 years, I'd be looking at mock drafts instead of talking about this. But to beat the Bills to win the division, would have been just the best.
Would have been cool,
but it didn't happen.
Didn't
happen. Which leads to a huge game on Sunday Night Football. And me and Ethan have a bit of a rivalry week. One of my basketball players is a Ravens fan as well. So I got a little bit of a rivalry week with one of my players. Flex it to Sunday Night Football, which I swear I sent a text or we talked about it on the podcast months ago about how they got to do that. Because it was Miami, Cincinnati or something instead.
Who aren't even on the screen.
Not even on the screen. And then let's just, before we move on to the playoff talk, how about that number 10 seed with that E right next to their name? Terrible way to go out. You never want to see someone get hurt like that, obviously, in Mahomes. But the Chiefs are out of the playoffs, fellas.
Yep. Wow, strength of schedule. Look at that strength of schedule. Look at that Broncos and Patriots strength of schedule. Has a little bit to do with records. Yeah.
Well, look at Baltimore.
We didn't schedule the schedule. But who are we excited about? What do we like to see? Who wants to take the playoffs first? Ethan, with your team being the last ones really fighting for their life, what's your outlook on the playoffs right now?
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I don't. like what Sky said earlier, like if for Josh Allen, for anybody to win a Super Bowl, it should be Allen or Lamar's year for sure. But one thing I was surprised that the Ravens are favored to win against the
I
Pacers.
can't hear him.
Oh,
Yep, I just looked at the odds, which is weird to me. But I think that the Jags, like again, it's so weird seeing these teams. Like,
Yeah, the Jags.
I've
Yeah,
seen so many posts. It's like living back in 2000, like I don't know what year
it was 17 with
like
Bortles,
17.
Foles,
Yeah.
Keenum. Yeah.
But just seeing all these guys here. But again, my favorite teams, if I had to pick one, it'd probably be the Broncos.
Ugh.
But the other one would be my like sneaky one would be the Texans. I like that defense.
The defense.
The defense is absolutely insane. CJ Stroud, Nico Collins have been connecting ever since he came back. But the Colts are gonna get out. I feel like the Ravens need to win out with the Steelers losing, or at least to win 2 of the next 3 games to sneak in. The Ravens, I don't even know what they are, but that is my opinion. I'm glad that the Chiefs are out as well.
Well, for Sky, I heard you say you can't hear Ethan, so we're going to give you a quick brief rundown of what he said.
I don't know what's going on with my audio.
You're good. You're good. He was talking about how it's been a while to see the Jags up there. It's been since Blake Bortles and Cole hop in to help me fill him in on what Ethan said.
Yeah, Bortles, Keenum,
Can't hear him either for some reason. I don't
Oh,
know what's
weird.
Maybe
Can you hear
it's
me?
Yeah, I can hear you though. That's weird.
Weird.
Oh,
you want to leave and come back in real quick?
Yeah, let me do
okay.
that. Yeah.
Then that's odd. That's super funny.
It was reversed.
So that's super weird. What a weird day. My mic wasn't working. He can't.
You can hear us
guys.
though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Yeah. Yeah, Jacksonville. We were talking about how bad Lawrence was playing earlier in the year.
Now he's lighting it up.
He played great against the Jets. I
True.
I still don't think he's been great. You got us? You got us?
We got it.
Okay, good.
Come on.
Well, now that you're back, we were just talking about Trevor Lawrence, Sky, and about like early in the year, like in our preseason predictions, which we were talking about our quarterback rankings, and I said this has got to be the year for Lawrence to like it's make or break. Like he's been here for a while, like he's been good, he's been bad. Like this has to be the year, and it didn't look good to start off the season. Like I think Cole was waving the flag for him, like saying it's time to get him out. And now he's playing good. Obviously, he just tore up the Jets, so like we can't like. There's a lot, But how do we feel like besides our own favorite teams, Ethan? Besides the Patriots and the Ravens, who are we feeling like? I mean, obviously, we've already said the Bills are looking like the team for the AFC, but who are we excited about on this side of the bracket?
Here's a sleeper team, and they've gotten hot lately, but the Houston Texans are a defense that I would not want to face right now. They have the Bills number too. The Bills have always had an issue with Houston.
It's true.
I think that's one team that I would look out for. Now, kind of the question comes to is Stroud going to be able to play like he did his rookie season? And are they going to be that team offensively? But that Texas defense right now is playing very, very good. And that would be something that I would probably not want to, I don't know if I'd want to play them right now because they look that good. I mean, they really stuck it to the Chiefs and the Bills. So yeah, I think that's one sleeper team that I have on the AFC side. I think the Bills. I think if there's any year, this is their year to do it. I know Xander. I know you don't want to hear that. I'm just being honest.
Rip my teeth out.
But yeah, I think it's going to come down to I think Houston has something going right now. I just think that they're kind of a sleeper team that I'm not sure they get talked about enough. They've had also, I will say this too. I looked on, there was an Instagram post that said that they have the third highest strength of victory. It was the Texans and the Raiders because obviously they haven't won enough. So like, obviously those numbers are going to be really inflated, but the Texans sitting there right at 3, is kind of interesting. So they've played a lot of tough teams and they've been able to, get to this point. And, it's something to look out for. Cause if, imagine if they win that division against Jacksonville, I'm not sure if they play each other again this year.
I think they play. Do they play? I actually know the Jags and the Colts play twice.
Okay. Next 3 weeks. Dang.
Yeah. So I think the Jags and
so that might be done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Yeah, the Texans are a team that, I think are, a lot better than people think. That would be my sleeper team going into this.
100%.
I like that. I like that. Ethan, you agree?
Yep, 100%.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just throw another one out there. I still think, I mean, it's all shaken out for Buffalo, and I think there'll be a lot of cries if Josh doesn't make something happen this year. I think they'll be those critics will be getting a little bit louder. But I'll just throw the Los Angeles Chargers out there. Because that's a favorable first. If it were to end right now, you play the Steelers. I think that's the weakest team by far of those top 7. I mean, you could very, very easily win that game. And I still think, I don't think the Broncos are world beaters. They're sneaking by in most of these games. Chargers, Broncos. I think that's a really good football game. There's a path for the Chargers to make the AFC Championship. I just think, and it all comes down to health of the O-line, which for the Chargers going to Charger. They're always going to have 3 dudes who are out for the year, and they're going to have everything go bad. I just think that defense has been playing really, really, really well too. So just have them in the back of your mind, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, I would love for a Duck quarterback.
That would be
it's
fun.
not Drake May. I'd love to see a Duck quarterback keep it going. That's fair. I was going to say probably Chargers, Texans are 2 sleeper teams. That Chargers aren't talked about enough because I think they've been beat up, and I don't know. People probably think they're just kind of the same team all the time.
Yeah.
But the Texans defense is incredible. That defensive line. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see them. I wouldn't.
Can I go back to Cole's point real quick about the Buffalo Bills and kind of the chirps around them if they don't wake this year? I'll also include Sean McDermott in that conversation too.
Yeah.
I don't know I think they need to change something if he doesn't win this year. If they don't get to the Super Bowl, I think there's got to be a serious conversation about a head coaching change there, because you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. How many times have the Bills been in the AFC Championship or been in a big divisional game? They just can't get over the hump.
Yeah.
You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, we've been doing this for, almost half a decade now and nothing's changed. So I think
definition of insanity.
Exactly.
Right?
And so I think this is their best shot. They don't get it done. I think you seriously have to, think about something else.
Yeah.
Great point, Sky.
I think you're right. Then Brian Dable's on the table.
Cool. Yeah. Hey.
It's true. Oh, the NFC side.
NFC National Football Conference. What a interesting conference. What a huge game tomorrow.
Yep.
Huge game tomorrow.
Huge.
Potentially, that's a first seed decider potentially.
Yep.
This division, we've had the Bears as the first seed. We've had the Rams as the first seed. I think we had the Hawks there for a bit. I think the Bucks might have been, not the Bucks. There's some teams Chicago, first seed. When have you ever heard that before? That's been crazy. So looking at this side, who are we excited about? Who do we think's just sneaking by, kind of stinking it up? Who do we got?
Well, obviously stinking it up, the whole NFC South. I mean, Carolina had the opportunity to take the driver's seat. All you had to do was beat the Saints, and they couldn't do it. It's disappointing because I kind of want to see them in there. I like Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay's falling apart at the seams. They'll probably sneak in and be a sacrificial lamb for whoever ends up in that 5 spot. Probably one of Seattle and Los Angeles, but don't count out San Francisco, man.
Yeah.
Don't count them out. I mean, there's another team that's just Kyle Shanahan does not get enough credit. He's never won Coach of the Year. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's been to 4 NFC championships. And I mean, they've got 10 wins with a banged up roster.
Some of your best players aren't here.
Like Mac Jones, he turned Mac Jones into everybody's favorite quarterback for a month.
Mac 10.
Bryce Young's year. Yeah, well, no, it's Tyler Shuck's year, I guess.
Yeah.
The NFC South pisses me off time and time again. The Eagles piss me off because I don't like watching them play football. They're going to be in there. So, no, I'm excited about the game tomorrow. It's going to be fun.
Who do you got for that game tomorrow?
Where is it?
In Seattle.
It's in Seattle.
And the Rams got them in the first time. I'm going to go Seattle to bounce back.
Me too.
Yeah.
How much are those tickets, by the way? I'm
You
curious.
should.
They're
I
probably
want to go to
can.
that.
I
If you
agree.
can, you should go.
They're going to be like $340. I guarantee.
Does anybody
It
know
might
what
be more.
Devontae Adams' status is on his
Good point.
Did not look good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that was my favorite team for sure. I would have picked them to win, but if he's not playing, like the offense is just.
Dude, Puka's
Yeah.
not locked in. You see, he's trying to bring YouTubers
Yeah.
into the facility, and
Saw
like
that.
he's like, "What are you doing?" Like I don't know. There's some weird stuff, and he was like on the live stream like overnight talking about the refs, like how bad they are in the NFL.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. There's just weird noise that you don't want to have around this time of year. Not that it's like bad. Not that it's like anything like integrity. Like I don't. But it's just you just don't want that. You don't want that distraction around. But anyway, random point. Sky, who do you take?
Well, I just see one team that I absolutely despise, the team that resides in the city of Philadelphia. I mean, I absolutely hate watch that team. All my friends know that I went to Penn State with. I absolutely hate that team. I don't want to see them on that screen. So I hope they lose. I'm not going to.
Sorry to interrupt. All your buddies out there, Eagles fans, I'm guessing.
A lot of them are, and I've interacted with a lot of Eagles fans. They're not very nice to me. Like me, I'm a Giants fan. Even when we suck, they still are, very unfriendly to say the least, to put it mildly. So, and to kind of go about the Eagles, I don't think Kevin Patullo just doesn't do it for me. I don't know if he's not a great offensive coordinator. I just think it kind of feels like 2020, the year after they got to the Super Bowl and lost, kind of feels like that again. The NFC West is just is kind of a mini gauntlet, if you want to put it that way.
Man.
The Rams are looking really good. The Seahawks maybe a tier below, just because I don't know if Sam Darnold is.
It's a Sam Darnold thing. Yeah.
In big games, he just hasn't got elevated to that point, and I just think. Very true. I couldn't agree with you more. No, they don't. But yeah, San Francisco is another of those teams. They just persevere, kind of like the Chargers. Like everyone kind of counts them out, and kind of this, the same thing. It's like the Chargers and the Niners are kind of like they have banged up rosters, but they still somehow with good coaching and Kyle Shanahan, like you said, does not get nearly enough credit for what he's had to go through. The fact that team is 10-4 without Fred Warner, Bosa. I'm sure I'm missing more. I mean, they lost Dre Greenlaw. I mean, like they don't have much on their defense, but they've still somehow made it work. That's a team that I also probably wouldn't want to face, but I don't know. I think the Rams would be my pick, but if I had to pick a sleeper team, I might pick this. I might pick the 49ers, to be honest with you. I'm being honest.
Cole's a big Niner fan.
Big Niner.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Sleeper teams, Ethan and Cole, or Cole, you haven't given your take on the playoffs as a whole on this side yet.
I think the Rams are, I think they're really good. And I think it comes down to, if I just look at that top 7, there's not a quarterback that I trust more or even maybe close to than Matthew Stafford. And that's such a big part. Coaching, like the coach quarterback connection, and then add that pass rush, that young defense, the weapons that they have. They're scary, and I think they're the best team of those 7. Seattle's really good too. But when it comes in the playoffs, like if those two were going to match up, I trust Matthew Stafford a hell of a lot more than I do Sam Darnold.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Rams would be my pick. Probably to win the Super Bowl right now, I would say I would pick the Los Angeles Rams, which sucks because I don't like the Rams, but it's just how it is.
Rams, Bills, but
oh God.
I said Rams, Bills, Super Bowl would feed families. That's all I got to say.
That would be fun. Oh, it would be fun to watch.
I know Xander doesn't want to see that because that'd be one of his worst nightmares.
Oh,
but
I would love to see the Bills
for the Rams. God, I'd root so hard for the Rams.
No,
I'm not kidding. There's not a single team I don't think in the NFC side I would root against with the Bills. Like I don't care. I don't care if it's even
Cowboys
Eagles again. They're not making it.
Well, I'm just saying
that would be the worst Super Bowl ever, and I might have to. I might have to. And I wouldn't even be. I would hope the game didn't end. I'd hope it get baned. Like I hope I hope Bane would come and like rip the
Bane?
field apart, like so the game couldn't even be played.
Xander, how do you think I felt with the Chiefs and Eagles last year?
That's
Oh,
true.
that was
That's
horrible.
true. That was bad. And that I'm not even like obviously I'm not a Giants fan like you, but like you have a team that you like a Bills that you despise, and then a Chiefs that everyone hates.
Everyone hates
Who
collectively.
were you rooting for?
Yeah. Either. What's your take?
Wait, Sky, who were you rooting for in that game? I'm very curious.
Okay, so I know people might be calling me fraudulent for this, and I'll explain why. It was New Year's. I was actually ironically, I was in Philly with some friends for New Year's, and I decided to, I was having a couple drinks, and then I see the DraftKings phone on my app, and so I'm like,
what a mix.
and I see the Eagles at plus 750 to win the whole thing. And I'm like, oh, and this was at the time, like when they were like getting hot, but like still like the Chiefs were the favorite, the Lions, those teams were like still like everyone was talking about. So they're getting a lot more notoriety. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm putting 100 on this. 50 on this. And I saw the value there. And so I was like, I hate both of these teams with a passion. But at that point, I was more focused on money. So that's what it really was about, honestly. But honestly, I wouldn't have minded if a meteor just hit the stadium and everything. I wouldn't have cared either at that point either. So I was really rooting for my money in short order. That's really what it was.
In a game like that, that's a good thing to have to root for.
Yeah. So people might be calling me fraudulent for that, but yeah, that's kind of what happened.
All right, Ethan, sleeper team. And I mean, I don't know if you said, I think you might have said your favorite, but sleeper team, favorite, anything?
I don't know if I got a sleeper team, but if I were to pick like the second team I'd root for would be the Bears.
See, I was gonna say no one's talking about the Bears. I'm very curious.
I don't trust the Bears.
It's not. I think their defense is like top three in causing turnovers.
I know.
But kind of same thing what you said about the Bengals, the Broncos. They're winning those close games.
Yeah.
But if they're they always have like they have the ball in the last minute, whatever. Yeah. They go down and win the game. And I mean, they've been doing it all season. If they can continue it in the playoffs, that'd be the team I'm rooting for.
I'd be cool to see him win some games. I mean, I root for the Seahawks. I root for the Seahawks because they're a local team, right? Like closer to us. That's like my second team I go for. But man, seeing the Bears win would be pretty cool. My screen just threw up on Ethan. A weird Bucks Cinderella run would be kind of crazy if they like got healthy. Like I just
that would be fun.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
That ain't happening though.
And then man, our preseason like hot debate was like this Packers Lions thing going on, but like the Lions might not even make it.
I don't think they're getting in.
It's crazy.
Packers losing Parson too. What
a bad injury day it was on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Man, whatever it plays out to be, it's going to be an awesome playoff and an awesome Super Bowl. But gentlemen, I think Sky, I saw your hand up.
Yeah, no, I at one point about the Bears, and I was going to talk about them for a little bit, but if I don't know on that Black Friday game, they were absolutely, having their way with the Eagles front four, and that's not something that happens very often.
So weird.
If the Bears can control the trenches, I think they have a very, very good shot at least making it to the, far into the NFC Championship game. That's the only way I see them, making it far, though, is that they're winning in the trenches and they have a good run game, because I'm not sure if I trust Caleb Williams 100% yet. I still think I need to see a little bit more in big time games.
That's fair.
100%.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I mean, the two things you said, what it comes down to is the trenches and quarterback play. Like that's what matters. That's what matters. And it's like that. I don't even say it's a cop out. It's it's a cliche for a reason. Like it's the truth. Like it matters. People don't realize that drafting the 6'8" left tackle from Notre Dame is way better than getting the fancy receiver from Ohio State. Now, right? We've seen it both work. I mean, it was literally the exact. I mean, I guess I just said almost a Jamar Chase and who was it that year for Penei Sewell? Yeah, like very interesting. Obviously, both those teams haven't won it all, but. One got to Super Bowl, one didn't. One more better O lineman probably wins the Bengals that Super Bowl. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm going off. But what a great time in sports. Can't wait for the playoffs. I believe, college football starts Friday, right? Is that the first game?
Yep.
College football. Yeah, it's Alabama, OU, and then we got a
Ooh.
full slate Saturday, and then Sunday, and then
Oh.
Monday, like the NFL slate. And we also got, like you said, Rams, Seahawks tomorrow. Fellas, it's going to be a fun 5 days or whatever.
I didn't even think about that. It's 5 days in a row.
It's going to be
Hell
like
yeah.
5 days of great football, and I can't wait.
Well, I think that's a great point for us to wrap up the show today. New record. Like we didn't even go this long in the basement. This is like the longest we've gone ever.
By
And
far.
I think it's because when you have a great guest on who's got ball knowledge that wants to talk, it can go and go and go. And Sky, it's been a pleasure, Sky. I was so excited to get you in here. I've been bringing you up to him for a couple weeks now. I'm like, I got a guy, got a New York guy. You got to have one of those guys on every so often to get the take. So. Well, the way we always like to wrap up, we got to leave the audience just with one final message. Oh, well, here's one from the audience. Actually. See, Sky, no one said this yet. No one said this.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. No, I appreciate it. This is, after a long day of work, just, talking some ball with y'all. It's been, it's been a blast. It's, like I said, there's not a whole lot of games going on today. So it's been great talking to you fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gentlemen,
fantastic time. Yeah. It's been a great time. Great guest. Porter's your biggest fan. Porter just going off on you.
Yeah, we got, let's see. He said, you're the man, Sky knows ball, and bring him back.
I appreciate it.
Big day. Well, fellas, anything to leave off the audience, the world, any comment? It doesn't even have to be about sports before we wrap it up. We're going to start. Ethan, anything to leave the guys with today?
No. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you for the viewers. I also want to say Merry Christmas to y'all. And don't forget to thank your family for everything around y'all. Appreciate y'all.
That was very sweet, Ethan. That makes my heart really happy. It's a great time of year to be on friends and family. Merry Christmas back to you, Ethan, and the fellas. Sky, what do you got? Last leaving message.
Go Knicks, first off. I just want to put that out there. For everybody watching and, you guys as well, enjoy the holiday season with your families, get some rest. I mean, it's the time to do it. I'm sure we're all working, so we could use this rest and just make sure and just, enjoy yourselves, watch football, spend time with your loved ones and, enjoy. It's a fun, festive time. So, everyone go celebrate a little bit.
Yes.
Let's go. Merry Christmas to you, Sky. Can't wait to have you home soon.
Yeah, I know. We got
to watch some ball. Maybe I've been trying to get some guys to go to a Blazer game, so maybe we can get that going while you're down here.
Definitely.
But I can't wait. And as tradition goes, Cole, to lead us out of here, what do you got?
I got nothing. They hit it. They hit it perfectly. I'll end with throw Porter's last comment back up on the screen. That's what I'll end with.
I didn't even see it.
Awesome. I got to hear it from you, Cole. I got to hear it from you. I need it. I need you to say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas to all of you guys.
Yes.
Let's go. Gentlemen, Merry Christmas. Thank you for another great episode. Porter, thank you for the awesome wishes and the continuous support in the chat. All I got to say is, 1, I'm looking at you, Ethan. Go Pats. And 2, Merry Christmas. Enjoy some ball. Can't wait. Hope you guys get everything you asked Santa to give you. And just, again, spend time with your family. Tell them you love them. Appreciate them. You never know what you can do. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
Appreciate y'all having me on. Appreciate
Sky,
y'all having me on.
Love you, bud. We will be here. We will see you guys in the beyond.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.